Your
keep
voice to
talking
text was
into the thing.
Right.
and her voice to text is horrible. I thought mine was horrible. She left again.
Change the
Callie.
entire story. Yes, ma'am.
There you go. You
Hmm.
back. Okay.
Tickets go on sale at noon. Let me know also the bingo package. Okay, so y'all, we talking about Usher. Look, Kiki ain't gonna be the only one up on the stage. Okay, Usher, Las Vegas, November 4th. Who's going? Wait,
I'm going
Monty, aren't you
October
going?
20. I'm going October 23rd. I think.
You talking about it
In
Okay.
Vegas?
Why we have an echo?
I don't know. Joy was
because I
loud too.
opened this up. I got a
Oh.
Oh,
text message that Channel was on YouTube.
Oh.
oh,
Okay. Are we live? Are we live?
Are
yes.
we live?
I
Yes,
hit
we've been
live.
live for 20 some seconds.
No. Okay.
We didn't even
So
know, but that would explain. I was just gonna say, how could I bring it up on channel? I mean on YouTube if we not
when
live.
you said that,
Oh
I
my
said,
goodness.
are we live? Okay.
I
Hello,
hold on, I'm
hello, hello,
texting.
everyone. We
Hello.
are
Okay,
live. I am in the
listen
bed with my
here.
bonnet on, so I don't know if I'm gonna take it off for y'all, but I might. We
I'm
wasn't
I,
going live, I didn't think.
okay. I'm not
Anyway,
in the bed. I am standing here with no wig on, and we are looking at the Usher. Look here, y'all. Usher, Las Vegas, November 4th. We looking at the tickets now. Okay, buy in at 4:45 for the 200,000 extravagant. Kiki Palmer ain't gonna be the only one up there with Usher. I'm gonna tell y'all right
I'm
now.
supposed to
Okay.
be going October 23rd. I already got my hotel.
Y'all done souped up poor little Kiki into a single motherhood.
Right. No, she about to lose her baby, honey. He going for full custody. I said, you know what?
Look,
The
we
black
we we we
community.
know the thank you because we know the whole full custody thing. We got Jalen doing the same thing. We know
The
You
Martell
black
know,
done
he
tried
said
it.
that none of that's true. He said he
Yeah,
hasn't talked to anybody regarding any of this.
I
So
it's
everything
believe
that's
good,
in the blogs is
but
live.
yeah, I
well, but
believe that.
what about did y'all hear
Where is
her? Did y'all hear Phelan's interview?
no, what
That
did she
girl needs to
say?
be ashamed
I
of
started to
herself.
post. Why though?
Sh-
I started to post it because I did do some clips on it. But the funniest part is when she said the girl asked her, "Well, do you have any feelings toward Portia?" And Fallon kind of frowned and then she started laughing and she says, "No, not really. Simon wasn't my husband anyway, if he could be taken that easily." She says, "However, when I see her face though," and then she frowned and she said,
what?
"Oh," and she said, "Oh, it just puts a nasty taste in my mouth." Yeah, she went in. Okay. And I was just like, "Oh, I think I'll post that one little line." It was kind of funny. And then the picture that I put next to her commenting, that had to be funny.
Hey, Kevin,
Okay.
how are you?
Oh,
Hello, hello,
look.
hello, everyone. We are live. We didn't say it because we didn't know.
Ah!
It's your girl, Monty, Dr. Jordan, PhD, and Callie. We are here to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know what, but we're about to talk. So I guess we're gonna talk a little bit about love and marriage. Not love and marriage, child. Real Housewives of
See,
Atlanta.
see.
I told y'all I was in bed. I was about to sleep. Real Housewives of Atlanta, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about Kiki Palmer, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about this Phage, not Phage. What's her name? Candy, and what they're calling her a name that I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, and
All
I
right.
don't, I don't like it. I'm just saying, I
Yeah.
don't
So do
like
y'all
it.
want to talk about Atlanta first, or do y'all want to talk about that word from
No,
the?
let's go on into the show because look, Bob
Okay.
Whitfield is the man. Okay. Oh my God, I ain't never laughed so hard.
So
Mm-mm.
I don't know if I stopped.
Actually,
Go ahead.
yesterday's show was really good.
Oh yeah,
It
how
It
did
was
you rate it?
was.
Let's rate it.
like
Let's rate it.
if I had to scale it, that particular episode was probably the best episode of the season.
And I
And
kind of said the same thing.
Really?
it's the funniest line. I'm
Oh
not
my
talking
God.
about who said what. I'm just saying the funniest line. It tickled my whole soul, and it's gonna be a sound eventually on TikTok.
Let me
It's
see.
Oh, I
when
wouldn't doubt it. What?
Kenya was talking to Martell at the end, and she said, she said, um, I didn't have a man with me to match your
Your
energy.
energy, yes.
And then
And
it
charade.
immediately went to Sheree in confessionals, and Sheree just said that you ain't never got no man with you. It was so funny.
No, for real, Joy, it really was. I was cracking up with you. I was
It
cracking
was
up when she said, I said,
so
"Oh, this show is
funny.
really a trip this week."
Now, Sheree ain't got no room to talk because she ain't got no
None.
man with
None
her either.
whatsoever.
Well, it was so,
That's
it was just
funny.
good timing. That's the stuff that I do miss
Yes.
about
So let's talk about that.
Housewives.
Do you think it's the production? Because a lot of people are blaming production about
I
why
mean,
it's
they're
not
the
that good.
ones that ultimately make these decisions. Yes,
Yeah.
did y'all see that tweet that Kenya put out?
Yes.
Yes.
About
Can we
her.
post that?
Yeah, I
Because
just
Yes.
said
it's
I didn't
like,
send nothing to myself. I want to send. Let me send a few things. So I want to do the Martell one too. So let me do. I'm gonna send it while you talk. Go ahead.
that
Yeah.
is so important. Kenya said there was a whole scene or something that she you remember those sweets at the beginning of the season that she talked about
Mm-hmm.
building.
Uh-huh.
Apparently she did, and they filmed at her event, and they were saying, well, did you invite everybody? Is that why they didn't? She said no, she invited everybody.
Everybody. Yes.
But you
And
know, Marlo didn't invite everybody to her foster care thing, but it got shown.
and
So it can't
it's
be.
insane to me that
Yeah. Let me find.
they have allowed Marlo to raise all of the ruckus that she raised, and you gonna end with her acting like Mother Teresa.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
I don't
just,
understand
I
it.
mean, it's not, it don't even feel sincere.
Mm-mm.
Right. Okay.
It
I got.
does. It doesn't feel sincere. Yes, I get that she was in foster care. Yes, she essentially has foster children. Those are not her children.
That's
She's
true.
fostering somebody else's children. And yes, I could even respect her, but the way in which she goes about it is even ugly. It's just like when Candy was trying to deliver her them clothes last year. It
Girl.
rubbed me. I
That's what I was
understood
gonna say.
her point about you shouldn't deliver kids clothes in trash bags. I do get that because psychologically it could be damaging for a child, especially for those that don't have. But Candy also has enough money to for her to be able to say, I really don't like delivering them clothes in like trash bags. All of those women are intelligent enough to say, you know, if you could have them dry clean, that would be perfect, because dry cleaned is a little bit different. It's going to be crisp and
Yeah.
clean. I can respect that, but she's just like, I don't want them to have no used clothes. And again, I understand her
But
mean,
she
her
get. But she
theory,
sells used clothes. I don't understand.
but
But go ahead.
right, like right.
And then we'll try to explain it away to the hills. Okay. It's like it's just Marlo. Stop. Just stop. For
But I
real.
can respect not wanting to give them clothes in trash bags because I never even thought about that.
I didn't
You know,
either.
I would
It
not have
really,
thought about it.
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry.
I would not have thought about
How
it.
do I turn this down?
gotta either mute one or something.
Oh, let me mute. Can I
Oh
do it?
my.
That
Okay,
didn't
don't
help.
talk. Hold on.
Mm-mm.
Is that me?
Yes.
Yes, it's you, honey. So,
Did I do that?
did I do that?
There it
Yes,
is. It's
Cookie.
gone.
Okay,
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
Okay, I just had to upload those photos, and they was on my phone, not on my iPad. So I didn't,
Oh,
I was being lazy. Okay, that's
Okay.
all.
okay.
I
Okay,
didn't forgot what we
so
was even saying, but yes,
we were talking about Marlo. So let me
Marlo,
show
the
the.
trash
There we
in the
go.
trash
Let me show
bags.
it.
Okay.
That's what we want to show. We wanted to show what the tweets. So let's see. The first one
What's
was. Is
what
it this?
Kenya said?
Is this it? Okay, this was somebody that tweeted. They said, now I find it very interesting how we've managed to see Marlo go on dates, Marlo center drama, and now Marlo and her charity event business. But somehow we didn't get
Mm-hmm.
this overall live view of all the other girls too. What's up with production? Because even Candy had a lot of stuff going on with her plays and her getting awards, and they didn't show her doing stuff in life. I'm sure the other girls had stuff going on in their lives too. But production seems like people are thinking they're trying to make Marlo be Nene. Do y'all think that could happen?
I definitely
No,
I said that. I put
Mar-
that in. I definitely believe
Did
that.
you say
That
that?
there is
Okay.
yeah,
nothing
I
about
said I
Marlo
literally
that can
said
be
those
Nene.
words.
No, she can't. How could she ever be Nene? She is not as sharp as Nene. She cannot read like Nene. I mean, there's nothing about her that could be Nene. What is it that would be her
And she's
connection to
not
Nene?
funny.
She at
Nene
all.
was funny.
Yeah, I don't get it. Okay,
Marlo's not
here's the
funny
one.
at
Is this
all.
Lakenya? Hold on. Oh no, we're gonna show that one later. This one. Okay, so everybody was there except Marlo didn't come. They even had Cynthia there. Claudia came, and I think a few other Bravo people came, or Married to Medicine. You know, Quad be at all of stuff.
Well, and so
Um,
Marlo didn't come, but let me just say, Marlo was about to have a fit had Sheree not shown up to her
yeah,
little event, right? And
right.
but Sheree was planning her baby shower, yet Marlo couldn't come because Marlo had a relative that passed away. Both very important things, but Sheree made it a point to still be there only because she knows Marlo is a spoiled, selfish brat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I, yeah.
She really
That's
is.
crazy to me that I think they believe this is me. That's why I keep saying I kind of tiptoed around
Let me
this
take this down. Okay.
before,
Hmm.
and I'm not gonna tiptoe around this anymore. The people that they have production are men, and
Yes.
they're often gay.
Yeah.
And it's nothing wrong with either or. But when they are in production, to them, they think we want drama. And
Not
we do,
Marlo's kind of drama, yeah,
but
but not
not
Marlo's
that kind of
kind.
like
I
it
agree.
would have been interesting to see Kenya. I don't even like Kenya, and I would
I
like to
know.
see her do something because it looks like she is just sitting there
Right.
all season
And
doing nothing.
to see a black woman build a business is
Right.
something we want to see.
I
Why
mean,
is that
That's
I
what
not
we
love to
something?
see
want to
it,
see.
and
And if
I don't
it's
even think
drama
it's a
in the
good business
mix,
for
we're,
her.
we're going to entertain it.
And
But
Marlo
for
Yeah.
should have
them
came
not
with
to
some damn
show it,
drums talking about Marlo edge control. I mean, like something could have happened.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on.
She's killed this season for me. She
I,
really has been. Her and Sanya.
I really feel like they're trying to make her Nene. They
It's
That's
not
want
not
just
gonna work.
Sanya and Manetta and recording people, all that. That's crazy to me.
yeah,
It's a
Marlo
crazy.
and Mayetta
This
both.
group of girls are terrible.
Yeah.
They need to straight scrap it all, and I still stand on everybody but Drew.
But you saw Drew the liar. You want her.
The liar was.
That don't have nothing to do with whether or not you. I
I
think
want the
Drew would
liar.
be different with another set of girls. It is something
Hmm.
about these girls and how they're. I don't
They
like
don't.
how they're working with her. It's
Yeah.
something about them. I can't. I don't know how to articulate it. That's really what it is. But
God,
it's
I don't
something that's off.
either. It is. I don't know. It's as if I don't think this is the case, but it's the only thing I can really think is it's as if they feel like if they give her too much and the audience grabs it, she could somehow take over. I mean,
I
because she's a
believe that they're
yeah. I mean,
suppressing
there's
her.
something there.
Yes,
Yeah, she's definitely
something
been,
there.
and
I
I
don't
can't
know
put my
what it
finger on it.
is,
You know what
But
but
I
it's
think
like
it
they
something.
is?
are triggered by something good
Yes,
in
You know
Drew.
what I think it is? Is she was a villain for so long. And now people are seeing her kind of different. Now she has her moments, but
Yeah,
they all do. But she's not as
she
hard.
does.
And I
She's
think
not.
people
Yeah,
started to
yeah,
like her a little more, understand her, and they don't want that. I think that they're either
yeah.
want her to be a villain again, because Marlo ain't it. So it's either two things. They're gonna
Ugh.
get rid of Marlo and they kill you, be the villain that people
they
love to
need to
hate.
get rid of Sanya too.
Yeah,
They really do. I mean,
They
because she's
need to.
trying to
And
be
look,
funny, and it's
let me
just not
also
working.
say this: of all the girls, I really like Sanya as a person. I love how she wants to bring her. I love even how she articulated last night when she was talking about her sisters.
See,
She
I didn't like
said,
that. She said, I
she
want them to
said,
be raised just as close.
who said
oh,
this?
I thought that was
Sanya.
nice. And I
Well,
like that
well,
she said she knows that she's not, she would not be as successful as she is without her sisters and her mother's help. Like
Oh yeah,
they
that's
have,
right,
true.
right. So
Yeah.
she
when
is
she said that, I mean, I
humble
agree.
in that regard.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
I like to hear that in general. I did not like flat out how they in the after show how they were on Sheree about Martell and this
Oh, and the
uh
money.
in
Oh,
the
so let me
dinner.
put
Well,
that up
before
since you brought
before
that
we
up.
get to the money, because
Daniel,
I didn't like that
Wait,
either.
wait, y'all never stay on one topic. What's
Well,
going
that's what
on?
I'm saying. Before we get to the money, when
Okay.
mhm.
Sanya made the comment about her sister, the only thing I kept thinking is, and your sister don't even really seem to like you because you treat them like crap when they working for you. That's what I
I
thought
don't
about when
think
she
they
said
treat you
that.
like crap. She's just used to the world revolving around her.
Which means
Because
And
she
she was
her
treat them like
world,
actually
crap. That's crap.
I don't think it's treating them like crap though.
Oh, I
You
do.
can't
And
pay
her
a
sister
person,
does.
have you live in your house,
Oh,
feed
yes, you
you, and
can.
then say I'm treating you like crap. I don't
Oh,
believe she's
yes, you
treating her
can.
like
I
When
mean, look,
you act like that girl does not have her own kid, her own husband, her own world because she's living under your roof. I mean, if that's part of the deal, then say that. But she has not said that. She overlooks all that, and that's basically what the sister told her. So when she said that to me, I thought, I don't know that everybody in the family would feel the same, but that's definitely out of base for me to say. That's just my
so
thought.
what do y'all think? So let's talk, since we're on Sanya, let's stay on there for 1 second. So Sanya announced that she was pregnant last time, right? And y'all know
Hmm.
that on the, it looks
Yeah,
like she had a miscarriage.
right.
did she get
So,
pregnant again?
yeah, she
I
got
I
don't
pregnant
know if
right.
again.
I don't know if she got pregnant, had a miscarriage, or because this was January.
Well,
This was
she on the,
January.
did you not watch the preview for next week where she's crying and she
I
Hmm.
said, I,
know. I think she might be talking as if, because if you remember, Jackie had told her when she was talking
Hmm.
about getting involved,
To
Jackie
stop
said, "You
saying
need to
so
stop
much.
doing it
And
I
she
heard she
said
had a
it's
because
too late.
miscarriage and this was a
because
rainbow
things
baby.
could go wrong so early." And she's actually right. Um,
She was only
I
5 weeks.
miscarried at 7, 8 weeks,
Yeah, she was
and
only 5 weeks.
you have to explain that to your children.
Yeah.
It's kind of, and I
Yeah.
had told people at work.
You were
I was
so happy.
devastated.
But you were so happy you wanted to
I
tell
was I was
everybody.
so
Yeah.
I was so happy because I wanted to have a baby. I teach. I wanted to have a baby. I wanted to get pregnant in September, which is wild card, right? Like who says I'm gonna plan this to the
Hmm.
T?
A lot of
And
people do now.
right, but I mean to the T. I want to
Yeah.
get
Hmm.
pregnant in September so I can have my baby at the end of May or 1st of June so I can have her all summer.
Hmm.
Her all
Yeah.
summer. I got pregnant in
Hmm.
September. I was
Oh, so it
I
was
was
perfect then.
like over the moon
Well,
happy,
so
and I
they said that
miscarried.
that she did have a miscarriage. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but they're saying that this is another pregnancy. But I'm not 100% sure. I guess we have to watch and see.
Yeah,
But I feel
it's
like she
good
did say it
editing.
too soon. Yeah.
I
She, I,
predict that she didn't. I don't believe she did because we know this is January. Also, I wanted to tell y'all
why do
before
we
I
know this
forget.
is January? Because of Sheree's birthday.
No, remember she said that's why you were so sick at Christmas. This was January,
So
but
they know
yes,
Sheree's birthday's in January, so that's why I figured. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we know it was January because Sheree's get together
I just said that,
was,
Julie.
oh yeah. Well, we know it was because of the girls with Martell.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about Sheree's birthday. I was talking about the
What?
baby shower. You know, it was the same day as the Hope girls skating
That's
party.
where he left and didn't get them later.
That's why he left.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Child. Okay. Well, I don't even want to
Hmm.
talk about that because you
that's
know.
why he wanted to, and it kind of made sense. That's
But
why he wanted to get there that morning because he knew he wasn't gonna be there that evening.
just come another day.
He could have, but your
It wasn't even
children
his
are
week.
so fickle. I
Mm.
children, I don't know what sign y'all are. Why my Aquaries wouldn't care that Leo that I got in there. If she don't care about what I do before her birthday or the day after her birthday, but on her birthday she cares.
But so that means he should have said, Sheree, I can't come because my child cares. I mean, I just feel that way. But
And
anyway, so
I
let's look
agree,
at
but I'm just gonna shut up. Let's
let's
go to the
look at
next
this.
part.
Is this I can't really see on this iPad, so if it's the wrong thing, I'll put something else up. I think it's this one because it's long. Okay, so talk about the what you were gonna talk about with Martell cooking. I mean, so he said I
So,
did not invite anyone. I wasn't the
well,
host.
well,
I was invited like
wait a
everyone
minute.
else.
Let me say this first. On the after show,
You know he didn't write
Sanya,
that.
No, he did. He said
Sanya,
friend girl, honey.
Marlo, and it was a Sanya, Marlo, and Sheree
Yeah,
were doing their thing together on the after show.
right.
And Sanya and Marlo was really talking behind Sheree's back to
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Candy and Kenya and them, and basically felt like that Martell should have paid for the dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, why should he pay? He paid for mine. Like and then Sanya started
Y'all
talking
ain't put up
about
no
when
comments. Hold on, y'all. Sorry.
she went out with Todd and them and Todd paid, and she went out with somebody else. Oh, and somebody else paid. And in this text, Martell does
Oh,
say that he randomly ran into them somewhere, sat down and had dinner, and he paid for theirs. And all I kept thinking is, I keep forgetting that she's Jamaican. She's a moocher.
Tuesday, we
She
do not think all Jamaicans are moochers. Now shut
whatever.
her up.
It's a
We don't think that.
stereotype
Joy thinks
that
that.
might be
I don't.
dripping in some truth.
Let me put this up, honey. All right, go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Put the banner up there, please. Okay, because Joy
I put because child Joy be getting us in trouble. Oh my
Joy
god.
says she is a mooch in Jamaica. Okay, I don't
Well,
know. I don't know about
so this
that.
is what. Okay, let me put up the text while she's on the phone. Hold on, I gotta find it again. Lord Joy, where's that?
I mean,
Okay,
Yeah,
I've
but
seen. I
so he
don't
said,
know.
he said, this is why I think he wrote it, Callie. He said those were her friend girls, which shows that if those are her friend girls and Sheree is his friend girl, then what Sheree is a friend girl.
Okay, so
And
he doesn't even realize that was an insult. Okay,
right.
I mean
So
that's just more
so he
than.
said he told everybody. I guess he paid, and then he told everybody to cash app him what they owed. But how would he know
Mm.
if they didn't break it up? I could have cashed up him $1, right?
So did
no,
anyone
you would
cash out him?
know. Okay, so
Well,
y'all don't go out with y'all girlfriends, and before you go, especially in a halfway decent place, and you say, "Okay,
no,
can we agree to split this so we ain't
no, we just
arguing over
split it.
who?" Yeah,
No, we either
and
just split it or just pay or whatever. No,
No,
yeah,
I don't.
we don't have the conversation.
that's how we normally do it amongst our friends. With the only exception is I don't drink, and I have a couple of girlfriends that don't drink, and some that are luscious. So
Uh-huh.
that's the only thing we don't compromise on, is that unless everybody's drinking, and that's usually not the case, then you pay for your liquor yourself, and we'll just split the food in half. However, so that's usually what we agree with. And usually one person pays if they got it. If
Well,
somebody
I
got
like
it.
it to be me so I can get Southwest credit points, friends. If y'all are watching, so I can get flight mile points. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we
But
do that all the time.
we
And
don't do
Cash
that.
App
But
just made it convenient. Cash App just makes it convenient.
so,
But
but
I
this
mean,
is
we've
what I
done that on
heard, and
several
I
occasions.
don't know if it's true, but they said that Ross volunteered to pay, and Martell was like, "No, I got it." And then, and this could be not true. And
I
then,
don't believe that.
Wait a
so
minute.
you don't
So in
believe
the
it?
end, did he pay or did he not pay?
He
I
paid
think
for
Martell
he,
him and Sheree.
and
only.
then
Okay.
everybody cashed at them.
And then
And he
every
paid the bill, but everybody cash at
pay.
him.
So he didn't pay the
Yeah,
bill. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was
Okay. So
wondering. But go
he
ahead.
did not pay it in the end. He didn't pay it
No,
in the end.
I
You know
think
what? So I mean, that thing that he wrote there, who whatever friend girl wrote it.
want
I
me
mean,
to
I
put it
get
back
it.
up?
No, I mean, no, I'm not gonna read it again. I get
Okay.
it. I see what he is saying. I see what Sheree is saying. But first of all, when Sheree had to go and explain that on Gossip, did you see that Gossip interview?
Oh
I think
God.
I posted it. I think I posted that on
Yes,
TikTok too.
child.
I just I just cannot go anywhere and have to explain why my friend boy, or I don't know what the term is nowadays, didn't pay for my birthday dinner. I mean, that's embarrassing. And
He
it was
did
also
pay for hers.
embarrassing.
He
Okay,
did
the
pay for
birthday
her.
dinner. What? Hello, the birthday dinner. How many people were there? Cover it all. I don't want to have to explain why he
No,
didn't. Well, Joy, I didn't say
I
I
mean,
think he
if he's
should. I
having
said I
sex
don't
with
want to have to
you,
explain it. I
he
do
can
think
pay for
he
the dinner.
should, but that ain't
I
what
don't think
I
he
said
should
in that
have.
moment.
I
So
don't.
what
I
did
Um,
definitely
Sheree
don't
just
I
think
think
do?
he
he should have
should have.
paid.
So
He should have
Sheree
paid,
just
whatever.
But this is the
But
problem
wait a
that I
minute though.
had.
She let me finish this. And she also she had to explain that, which in itself was just weird to me. But then she also had to explain on another interview. Was it with Boss? I don't think it was with Boss. I think it was with another person. They asked her, "So what did he buy you for your birthday?" Did y'all
oh
see that?
yeah.
And
That was
she
on
said
the show. And she
she
started
said,
stuttering.
well, yeah, he got me a, Alexander McQueen bag, but he don't, yeah, so he don't buy like high item stuff. I mean, come, Martell. I mean, they make him look more of a scrub than what he might be. I don't
Yeah.
know, but having to explain all that stuff, Sheree, do we even need to know that? We know that he can't afford Alexander McQueen.
I don't
And,
know. I just feel like if he's having sex with her, every time he talks to her, he like, it's been so long since we had sex. He could pay for her for the birthday dinner. I
I think
mean,
he should have
like,
paid for the birthday dinner, and I
I
think
bet
she
he
needs
Y'all
to
could.
stop
sound
feeling the
crazy.
need to.
Whether
She
or
needs to
not he
stop feeling the
could
need to
or
explain
should
it.
have is a whole beast. Whether or
Yeah, well,
not he is obligated, and the fact that people expected him to me is insane.
I think
Like,
well,
that
I
I
girl
can't
know
is just
that's fine.
imagine going to a birthday dinner, not bringing a card, flowers, something, and then walk away and talk to some gossip about the fact that I had to pay for my own meal.
well, you know,
That's
Atlanta.
insane to me.
Wait a
That's a
minute, and
different
those were
caliber.
her best friends. I mean,
That's
come on.
entitlement at its
So
finest.
they should have
And
went to dinner
I
Well,
before.
mean,
but that is coming from
Sanya,
Sanya. She is a
the way
moocher.
that
She treats her own family
Sanya,
like crap. Please.
I bet you they ain't paid for a meal since they've been on
You
Housewives.
better stop it, Joy.
It's
You
something about her that seemed all. I'm telling you, it's
I knew she
something
was
about
off the
her
minute she said
conversation
she
felt
ain't
so
right.
entitled to me.
I
Yeah,
can't with y'all. Y'all better leave Sanya alone.
Sanya is crazy. And then when he walked into the room and he was saying something and she awkwardly said, "Wait a minute, I can't hear you because of my Rolex." I'm like, "A Rolex is a watch. What are you talking about?" It's like something is off with her. You can't hear what he's saying because of your watch. What
And
is it? An Apple Watch? No, it's a Rolex. So I don't
It's
even
a
know why you
Rolex,
bragging.
child.
I mean,
I
stop.
wonder, did he give her that because she had already told him she was pregnant?
A push
Mhm.
gift.
Yep.
Well, I
But
thought you
she
got
ain't
that
Mhm.
after you
pushed
push.
nothing yet.
But honey,
Well,
I don't know. Y'all ain't right. Sanya's a
well, she
moocher.
needs
Or
to know
maybe
that it's
he
not an
gave her
Apple
that
Watch
for
that does not
Christmas.
talk. I mean,
Maybe
I
he
don't
gave her that
understand
for
that.
Christmas.
We're okay.
Okay, let's see.
Because
Lord, I don't. Okay,
Christmas
So
was
she
just
signed 2 years. Can she go off? This is her last season, right?
yeah,
I
because
hope
she signed
so.
for 2 years, a 2-year contract.
Okay.
And I
So
think
goodbye.
that's what Kenya was talking about.
What she say?
What's she
When
saying?
Kenya in her interview was saying these girls be coming on with contracts already. I
Yeah,
think
she
that's
said
Yes.
what
that.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he
He
could
not
not.
wrong.
He's
He
not
could
wrong. He
not
could not
afford it.
afford
Well,
it.
yeah, we know he couldn't afford it. Yeah. That's a fact.
But it was
I
only
mean,
fifteen hundred
if he
dollars.
bought her Alex McQueen, he could have afforded. His
Well,
thing was,
listen.
I'm dying for
Do you think
somebody.
he? Wait a minute. Do you think he really bought her that? You on mute, baby? How you get on mute, Joy? Joy, you muted yourself. Joy, you muted yourself. Did she mean to?
He bought her a
Okay.
bag. That was her present. We ain't in no relationship. They don't even claim each other. Neither one of them
Okay.
claim us.
Okay.
When
Well,
you
you know
give me
that
a
he said.
gift that I have to go and explain that you don't buy high end items, that kind of gift, you can keep your gift. I mean, stop.
Well, okay.
Sheree is
She
making him
didn't
look
say,
worse.
she was just like,
She
I mean,
said
I
he
don't
don't
see
buy
nothing
high item
wrong with that.
gifts.
I
She
don't see
was
nothing wrong with that. Because
Joy,
my
she just
husband would
I
say
think
that.
that's crazy. Yeah, well, that's your
My husband would
husband.
say that. He
Well,
would
that's your
say, look,
husband. We're not
my
talking about a husband.
husband
We're
would
talking about
say,
Martell.
look,
first of all,
We're not talking
Joy,
about a
fifteen
husband. We're
hundred
talking about
dollars is
Martell.
not a lot of money.
I remember
Thank you.
when my husband
Have to
and I were
explain why your
engaged.
man ain't got your high
Look,
item thing.
I can
Come on.
remember when my husband and I were engaged. We
But
had
Joy, y'all was broken
wait
young,
a minute,
probably.
listen. We had moved together
Oh my God.
and we were trying to get furniture and stuff. Well, I had a bed and I had a dresser, but I didn't have a set. So I was like, we need to get a set and I want a new mattress because my mattress is uncomfortable. So he had to give me some money and he wrote me a check for like, this is the 90s. He wrote me a check. It was like 800 some dollars. And he was handing me this check and he looked, he said, I said, what? He was just like, I've just never gave a woman this much money before. Like it was, I could tell he was really hesitant.
But Joy, but Joy,
Me.
these people are supposedly millionaires, right?
Except for Martell.
I
That's
mean,
why she
Marcel ain't no
explains his life
millionaire. He
away.
never pretended to be.
Oh,
Well,
you know,
I know. That's why Michelle was making, I mean, what's her name?
But
Sheree
I
making him look
mean,
like
none
more
of
of a
them in
scrub
Huntsville
by
are millionaires.
explaining away.
you
Well, I'm
don't think
sorry.
so?
Yeah. Who's not a
No.
millionaire? Oh, so
Girl, you
Stormy's
think
not a millionaire?
Marcel in
No,
that
no,
3-bedroom house in
no. I didn't
Huntsville
say
on the corner
no.
off the highway?
No, I didn't say him. I said Stormy. We know that Marcel ain't
Oh
no
yeah,
Now,
millionaire.
Stormy is.
Stormy is a millionaire.
Yeah, she's a millionaire.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
forgot about Stormy. Stormy is a millionaire.
How dare
Um,
you forget about Stormy? She just had that birthday party she charged people to come
um,
to. Happy
Destiny's
freaking
husband was
birthday.
probably more affluent than
Yeah.
most.
Well, cause he
Then,
worked and had
like
that
on
business.
his own,
Yeah,
he works at Boeing.
yeah, he got money.
Girl, I
That
mean, the
I don't know,
maintenance people make good money in Boeing.
but $1,500 is not a lot of money for
And
just
I
for
It's
know that
not.
because my
He
daddy
just
was head of
because
maintenance.
people spend that on birthday parties. But okay, anyway, let's move on.
him in his pink suit. Yeah, can we move on to
Oh,
another
let's talk
topic?
about this because on the after show, Drew was talking about how what okay at the thing. Sheree said that Anthony, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Is Martell's
Anthony,
friend.
yes.
The
Anthony introduced him.
Anthony, the
Mm-hmm.
the gay guy, the assistant that Drew's scared of.
Yes.
Oh,
The guy
yeah.
that threw the shoe.
So he's Martell's friend. And Drew said that
Mm-hmm.
Anthony used to make people like be in relationships for marketing purposes. And I'm thinking, is she saying that we know the relationship is fake, but
I didn't
Anthony's
hear
the
that
reason?
part.
Did you not hear that? Did y'all hear that on the after
I didn't hear
show?
that part. No. I guess I didn't
Is
pay
this
attention.
the
I mean,
Yes.
latest? Is
I
this the
didn't hear
latest
that.
one?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
the latest one.
Oh, I haven't heard. I hadn't have
Okay,
heard the
y'all
ones that
gotta
just
watch
came
it.
out.
Now I heard Drew say that he is a marketing manager on the show, I think, but I don't think that was on the after show. I
Y'all
didn't hear
do
anything else
know.
about that.
Y'all do know that this guy, whoever he is, has been like a leech on a whole bunch of
Oh, but
other
yeah.
reality
hmm
shows.
He did
He's
the
the
basketball
guy for
wives.
those that watch Basketball
Yeah.
Wives. A couple of seasons back, there was a whole thing about this guy who
Oh, let me
worked
see
for
that.
Malaysia, who said Malaysia's house was nasty
Yeah.
and
Right.
that
Was that
she was
him?
neglecting
That
her
was him.
kids.
That was him.
That
The
was
one where
him.
Jennifer Williams had to say, I don't know you, or something like
Yeah.
that.
That was
I
him.
Yeah,
remember
that
that.
was him. Like he has been leeching on other reality show people and then talk about. I was surprised that Sheree would even have him in her house because he was talking bad when Drew first came on the show. Like
He was
one of her
talking bad
first
about her.
scenes was
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
him talking about
And they
Sheree.
show that on the
Mm-hmm.
after show. Wait till y'all watch the after show.
Yeah.
He said
Well,
she
she
don't
brought him on
pay.
because of
Sheree
Martell.
is vindictive though. Very vindictive.
So let me
There
read
was
this,
one
and
of
I
the
want y'all
there
to
was
know.
one of the quirks about hers that I have never liked. She's the reason why she was the victim of, I mean, the villain the first couple of seasons because she's real vindictive. She would be okay with this dude just to invite to start some more
To start.
drama. She's real vindictive
So let me
because there was
read
no
this.
need
Go ahead.
for
Go ahead.
him to be there. There's
None.
no need for the help to be there.
None. And Fatuma was there too. And you know, she who person she gonna
Yeah,
get.
she does. I could even
Yeah.
see why Fatum was there
Yeah.
because that's at least her friend.
Yeah.
This dude, she paid. It was no reason. Sheree real messy
So
like
listen,
this.
let me put this tweet up. Is that what it's called? And then I want you to have one part and ask me why she did one part in this tweet. She said, "Child, I can invite anyone I want to my house. What you don't know is I hired extra security outside of production. So why would you hire extra security? Because you was trying to cause a problem. That sentence alone let me know she knew it was gonna be a problem and she was here for it.
She tried. Well, that let me know she knew that she was going to invite that guy no matter what, and she wanted Drew to feel comfortable. I don't know that she thought something was going to happen, but I think she wanted Drew to feel comfortable, even though she don't like her. Mm-hmm.
And I was
but
like,
anywhere it go, he was ready, and you see him already, girl.
Yeah.
He got on that camera, and he gonna act.
he
Mhm.
said she
green light.
And he talked about her body, which I'm tired of him talking about calling her wide body. He said she ain't got no acting career. Her husband don't. I mean, he just went. He was ready.
He shouldn't have even been allowed on the screen. That's why it's something
It's the
about
Something with
producers.
Drew
these
that
producers.
they are not
Producer.
allowing to happen. And I
Hmm.
feel it. That's why I say they could fire everybody but her, because she's fresh enough, new enough, kind of a real celebrity, and you can surround her around other people.
But production
And
still, I think it's production though. They allow people to do this to Drew. Like,
yeah, I
I
agree.
think it's them.
I agree. They need new producers
Cause even when
for
Marlo was in that
Atlanta.
car and she said all that stuff about Drew, they didn't need to show that. That was so
Yeah, they
mean.
did.
They
That
just
that
did
it is really mean, and it's
yes.
constant. You've already allowed Marlo to do it. You've already, you know what I mean? It's unnecessary. They already earned Marlo doing that.
Yes, they didn't need to do that again. And I just don't like it. All right. So it was one thing we didn't talk about last week, and I just want to touch on it a little bit. What did y'all think about Drew's therapy session? Because in my opinion, it seemed like the therapist was telling her she needed to leave her husband. Do therapists do that? Is that what they're supposed to do? Do y'all remember
Well,
that scene? I just
yeah, I
watched
do.
it.
I do. I thought about that
I
scene.
just watched it yesterday.
Yeah, I
What
remember
scene?
it
It was when Drew was
when
with
the
her therapist. It was
mhm.
like I think it was the week before, and
And
he
he
said,
asked
"When you're gonna
her.
know is when it's time to do something for yourself, or something of that nature." Like
Yeah,
he
but
was.
but I think what he's saying though, I don't know that they tell them to leave. I think they just present what's happening, and part of what has happened from what we've learned is that oh boy stopped coming to therapy. He
He
stopped
stopped.
coming.
Yeah,
Drew's going
I
all
don't
by
know.
herself now. So he's not saying divorce him. He's just saying, well, what is it? I mean, obviously they're talking about more than they show us. And I'm
Hopefully,
surprised because it sounds like they've been going to him for a really long time. And Drew's really been into it. Doesn't sound like she's missed any. So I'm sure there's stuff we don't hear. I don't think he tells them to leave. I think he just presents what has happened and says, well, you telling me this and this and this and this. So what does it take for you to go in a different direction? If that's based on what you're telling me and what I'm witnessing, and
I
the fact that
guess
you're here
I was
alone
like,
by yourself
yeah, it was. It
forever.
was but I mean, I was like, he must be. It must be really bad when the therapist is insinuating. Are you
You
looking
know
at
what's
this?
really
You
bad though? Yeah, I mean, I think that is really bad. I also think it's really bad when this cousin you just met 10 minutes ago can really comfortably go in on you. I can only imagine what's the girl's name? The bobblehead one, and Ralph, the new
Courtney.
cousin. I can only imagine what they say about Drew because she clearly has something against
Mhm.
Drew, and we see that
Yeah.
Ralph don't like her. Ralph don't like her. And then Drew said, "Well, I'm just going to call her whatever her name is. I'm not going to use cousin. She's just Carolyn or whatever it is." Did you hear
Right.
Drew when she said that?
Yeah,
And
it's
Ralph don't like her
something
either.
that's so I can't
Yeah,
y'all,
I don't know what it is.
it's
Drew said,
something.
"Look, I can't mother
And
you or force
I
you,
don't know
Ralph."
if it's because Drew came in extremely vulnerable. I was really leery about her putting her marriage business on
Mm-hmm.
on the show. I still am. I
Yeah.
believe in protecting your marriage, making it a part of your life, in my opinion. I mean, a part of a storyline. I think it's a terrible situation. She came in like that.
Yeah.
No way. In this is how I see it. You may not like my term. I see it. I saw it, and I actually commented almost immediately. She's throwing her husband away, and what I mean by that is, you know, a lot of people watch these shows, and people see cracks, and they want to infiltrate. Now, people are going to want to do that even if it looks good, because I'm sure Ross got his first share of
Yeah.
of of whatever. But when there are cracks and people know the cracks and watching the cracks, you know, I mean, it's easier to have
So,
somebody else slide in. You're
but
letting
if there are cracks, if there are already cracks, then why is it she's throwing her marriage away and not he's already thrown it away, or he's creeping
be,
closer to throwing it away?
because she's telling it. He isn't. He's trying to
But he's
avoid the
doing the bad
conversations
stuff.
at
He's the
all
one.
costs.
He's the one committing the action, whatever that action is.
Yeah,
I'm
He's
not
the one
arguing. I'm
telling.
not, look,
So
y'all,
he's
I'm
telling
not
it.
arguing with you. You're correct. She's being transparent.
She's telling it.
Nobody's
He's telling
arguing.
it.
She's just
No,
telling it. That's the
he is telling it.
throwing away part. It's
He is
almost like
telling it.
when you get married. My mama told me this.
Do you
A
not
little
realize he's
advice.
telling his own story?
A little advice that I kept close to my sleeves is, you have to be careful who you tell your business to, because once you have forgiven him, some of your friends that they won't
They'll
forget.
never forgive him. Your family will
Can
never.
you imagine talking
ever forgive
to
him.
millions of people?
But
She's
Joy,
talking to
still,
millions.
What
I don't
what
think
point does
he
that
would have
make?
stopped though. I don't think
Thank
he
you.
would
I
have
mean,
stopped.
Joy, this is a man that went out of town for 3 days and his wife didn't know where he was. You think that only came up because they was on TV? You don't think it was an issue until they came on
It
TV?
shouldn't have ever came up. One, it ain't
But it
like it
did
happened
though.
during filming. She
It doesn't
brought
matter.
it
It
up.
still
But
happened.
that's a bit of her business that we shouldn't ever know, is what I'm saying.
But then
Who
we
We
made
say
it
that
should have
she's
ever
like Erica
known
Jane,
about
and she
that
But
hides
they
3-day
came on the
weekend in
show.
Tampa.
Do you want to know their reality or not? When they're on a
It's
reality
certain
show, which is
things
it?
you should, even one of the things that was a common theme at the end of Potomac's season was whether or not you should be able to tell everything. Ebony Williams was on there with somebody good. I can't remember who it was. She was on there with some. You remember Ebony Williams, who was in New
I
York?
thought she was on there with Robin.
Was it Robin?
Yeah.
Okay, it could have been Robin. Okay, yeah, I was saying she was on somebody that was interesting. But
Yeah.
anyway, one of the conversations that it wasn't Robin that he was having the conversations with, it was actually Andy. And he and her was talking, and she said, a woman, even on these shows, there are certain things you shouldn't have to share. Like it's a level of it's just like Kenya has told us some things about what's going on with her divorce, but she ain't told all of the tea.
Right.
So there are some things, and look, although we might want to know as viewers, that's her real business.
I get that, but I think the throwing away part is what's getting me, because I
It's
feel like
I
it's
said you might not
let
like
me
my
finish my
verbiage.
sentence.
I said you might not like my verbiage,
but
Let me
whatever
that's
finish.
how
verbiage, it's
I
still
feel.
But can I finish and tell you why I feel like this? It's
Mhm.
because I feel like he is the one throwing away by doing the
thank
deeds
you.
that he's doing.
Jesus Christ.
So I
Thank you.
feel like he's the one throwing it away, because if he wanted to keep his family, he wouldn't be doing these deeds.
Thank you. And that's
So I
always
feel
the
like we
missing
can't.
part when we
Yeah,
talk
we can't
to,
put it
in my
all on
opinion.
Drew. I feel like we're
Yeah.
putting too much on her and giving him a pass.
That's
Because
always
I'm
the
not
missing
though.
part with my dear Joy. That's always the missing
I'm
part.
not though.
It's
I'm
always
not giving
been
him
that,
a pass. I just don't
oh
believe.
yeah, you gave him a
I'm
pass
one
and
of
you
those
gave
women
Martell a
that
pass
strongly
even to this
believe.
day.
I'm a
But
woman
that's
that
the
strongly,
Capricorn in you, because I'm like that too.
I
I'm
am
very
a
private.
woman
I don't
that
post anything about my
I
family or
believe that you
nothing.
should
Yeah.
protect your marriage.
Yeah.
No matter.
I'm one of those
So
people.
forget what they do.
No, it's not forget what they do. What's going on inside of my house is my business. If I
Okay, then
decide to
don't
move,
come on reality
listen,
TV, Joy.
I agree. If how I decide to move, I tell you as an as needs basis. I don't have to tell you everything that's going on when it's going on.
Like we're not gonna find out if you're on
But
TV.
I feel like this though with Drew.
I mean, just
Maybe you
stop.
will, maybe you won't.
Oh
I don't
my
think
God.
Obviously, we won't.
Hello, we got Cheryl's World and all these crazy bloggers out here that will hunt you down and then blame
We
it
know
all on
about
you.
Robin.
Who?
We know about Robin.
How did we find out about Robin? Oh, yes, we did, because somebody hunted down.
What do you mean?
This is how
That's
Robin
how
got
we
figured
knew
out.
about
That's
it.
not true. Somebody went and found the receipts.
But nobody believed it, and it didn't get any traction.
But it's not a match. What do you mean it didn't get traction?
It did. People
Drew,
believed
what are you
it.
talking about?
So
In
then how did you
real
find out?
time is what I'm talking about.
But if
Because
found
that
out, no matter
girl,
if it's real time or later time, they gonna find out.
Thank you. I don't wish.
People
Yeah.
gonna
I
find
think
out.
y'all missing the point.
Okay,
No, we're not
anyway,
missing
no,
the point,
you're
Joy.
missing the point. You
What
go,
you're missing the point is you want to always say it's the female throwing away the marriage. No, it ain't. If the man is the one out there going out of town and going to Africa where he claim ain't no cell service for 30 days, I mean, come on. I don't care what. It's not the wife that's throwing away that relationship. It is the man for the actions that they're doing, Joy.
yes, God.
Okay, but it's the woman
No,
that's
no, it
giving
says
it to the
joy.
world.
Okay, joy is a
It
lot
is
of
not the
things.
woman
Okay,
giving it to the
listen.
world. How did
This
we
ain't
find
about
out about
keeping secrets. It's
Married
telling
to
it
Medicine?
when you
Joy,
go.
let me
You
say
don't
you real
tell
quick.
anybody
How did
all
we,
your business
Joy?
that's in your
Joy,
marriage. That's
how
I
did
don't
insane.
think she
Joy?
told us
Hello,
everything,
Joy.
Joy. I,
Let me
I
say
don't
this
think
real
she
quick,
did.
Joy.
Crazy to me.
How did Joy?
Go ahead.
How did we find out about Married to Medicine? How did we find out about Jackie's husband? It
The
wasn't from
blog.
Jackie. It was
No,
not
it
from
wasn't Jackie. It
Jackie.
was from the blogger. They
Okay, so
called
And
that's
she
him
my
at
kept
the
it
point.
airport
These
and
private.
said, girl.
bloggers will check you. They will
And
hunt you down.
Jackie kept it
So
And
what
private.
are
I'm
you
not
talking about?
arguing.
So
To
my
me,
point
that's when
is,
you deal
just
with
because
it.
they are on
That's
the
when you
show
deal
does
with it.
not mean we're not gonna find
Again,
out. Joy,
look,
and it's
y'all
not them
can't
throwing it
change my
away.
mind. I stand
Well,
on
clearly we can't, but you
one
want to
premise.
blame the woman for what the man is doing.
I
Yeah.
It's
stand on
ridiculous.
this premise that
Dick,
goes
little
all the
dickless.
way back to love and marriage. If you not gonna
Joy.
stay with the dude, tell all his business. But if you gonna stay with
He's
him
telling his
and
own
you're
business.
taking abuse after abuse after abuse after abuse,
Do
it don't
you
make no
not
sense
think
to talk about
being
it
in
because it makes
public
you look
with
crazy.
another person other than your
Leave,
spouse is not telling
leave,
your own business? Once they find
leave.
out, maybe they would. Look who said just leave.
No,
Monty, are you
leave,
paying attention to this conversation? Is it just me?
leave.
Joy is saying,
I done tuned
leave.
out because I can't.
Because it
I
don't
just
make
feel like,
sense to me.
Girl, let me just.
I
You
just feel
gonna
like
be
you.
miserable, talk about him like a dog, and still
But
sleeping
I
with
mean,
him?
I see.
Don't
But
make
you
no
say
sense
that
to
like
me.
it's not going to happen if you're not on TV. Stop blaming the woman. It
It
is
ain't
there.
about TV.
It is.
It's about her making a decision to
Oh my
keep
God.
taking it and taking it and taking
Oh my
it and
God.
taking it and
But that's
taking
not
it.
her
What do you
Leave.
mean
decision.
she's deciding to take it and take it and take it? Do you want them to try and make it work or not? That part is not our decision.
You can't
What we
try to
see or
make
not
things
see.
work when you telling all of your
Now
business
it can't
because
work.
now
She's
people are in your
okay.
business giving you
Hello. You can't try
unsolicited
to make
advice.
things work when you refuse to be faithful in your marriage.
Girl, you okay?
You
You're right. I'm
It's the
overlooking
man.
wrong.
that.
I feel like both of you have a point, but I feel like Joy, you never put any blame on the man. Like it's always the woman.
She
And I
never
feel
puts
like
any
if
blame
you
Because
on
would
it's
the
have,
always
man.
the woman is telling them. It ain't no always. We talking about two couples. We talking about Melanie Holt and Drew Sidora.
What do you mean always? What are you talking about? It's not always or it's always. I don't care what they tell us. Do you really think we're not going to find out if they're on TV?
you
Do you
know
think
she
we
gonna
found
blame
out
the
about?
woman. Callie,
Yeah,
just let her
exactly.
blame the woman. It's fine.
You're right. I'm just
That's
going to shut up because
she's
my
not
throat
gonna
hurts.
change. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about Sheree's little party.
The
That was
only
for
thing
her.
we didn't find out now that we're on that is the fact that Bob Whitfield has a 26-year-old daughter. Yeah, they
Okay.
wasn't on TV then.
And it's found out now, right? Okay, but I'm gonna say this on that subject. Let's get to that.
Exactly. My
Sheree
anxiety.
knew about. Sheree lied.
Take off
I
this
don't care what
cheap
nobody
wig.
say.
Got me
She
sweating.
knew about that girl, that daughter. If Cairo and what's the other daughter's name had been hanging with him, that Candace girl, and Sheree said, "Come here, Candace," before I think Bob even introduced them. She knew about that Candace girl, but she wanted to pretend like it was a surprise to her.
Oh,
And
I
I
think it
don't.
was a surprise. You don't think?
Hell no. Cairo
But
and the daughter have been hanging with her. She said, Candace said to Sheree, yes, Cairo and Kaylee, they've been so good to me. So you're trying to tell me
and she
that
says,
your
really? Well,
two
good, good, good.
kids
Nice to meet
who
you.
you are close with did not tell their mama they had a sister. Are you trying to tell me this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know. Sheree didn't seem to know. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, if there's somebody out there that is a sibling of mine that my mama, I'm telling. So I was surprised
It
when she
could have
made it
been a
sound like she didn't
situation
know.
where she kind of heard, but wasn't. I don't know.
Because
Hell,
the girl has been
Sheree lies so much too.
I
All of it lies. Who
I
knows?
can't believe her. I cannot believe she didn't know. But
But
if she didn't
Bob
know,
is
if she
so
didn't know,
funny. Oh
is
my
Bob
God.
wrong for bringing his love child to the sip
Mm.
and see for his grandbaby? Like, it's come on, is
Here's
this
what was
the
funny about it though. When she said, when they said, "Who is this girl he's putting in the picture?" She said, "I don't know. I was being shady too. I just said, come here, Martell." I thought that was the funniest, honest thing. But
yes?
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna question who she is. You do what you want to do. Come here, Martell. Boo. Come here, chest.
She
Come
said, "I'm
here,
okay."
thighs.
And
I
why did
mean,
Martell have on them white shoes, child?
did he?
Child.
I did not see the
The
shoes.
things you look at. I was telling,
Girl,
I was just telling my daughter
girl.
last week that I don't get artistic visuals. I said because Montanique and Callie be picking up stuff that don't just run completely over me. Because I don't pay
Yeah,
attention to
that was a
fashion like
surprise.
that.
There, that was a surprise. Angela, right? The fact that he brought her to the party. That hey, who I didn't
Now
know she
I
was
hope
coming.
she
I
paid
don't
the
know who she
vendors,
is.
child. No, she didn't pay. She
I
don't
hope she.
pay. So, girl, so what did y'all think about Bob? He was
Wait
the
a
best
minute.
thing.
Wait a minute
He
before
is
we go on.
hilarious. He is
Y'all
hilarious.
know you getting short on ideas when you got to use your grandbaby. Sip and
Wait.
see and
Mm-hmm.
show as
Coming out
your
party.
a part of
Listen.
your storyline to have a
Yes.
part.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
it wasn't, y'all noticed that they didn't hardly show that baby.
And they
Much at
didn't
all.
have
That
no
baby
other
was
kids.
chilling.
Was
The
any
baby was
kids at
asleep.
first of all, was any
No.
kids at the party?
No, the sip and
No.
see is to be sipped and not seen. Okay, but the
Girl,
sip and see in this event was that daughter. But here's the thing, right? She is so cute.
Right.
She's just as cute. But the
that's
whole
what I
thing was
said, the daughter.
hilarious. Yeah, the daughter. Bob is a comedian, and then the girls. First of all, I have been trying for hours to just get Shamia in her own little portion of the video and just make something comical out of the
Look
expressions
at
on
Shamia,
her face.
girl.
The entire conversation had me in tears. This was a
Shamia was
good
like,
scene. Shamia
this
was like,
is
"What? Wait a minute." Shamia said, "Hey, Bob," and then it just went from there. And her little neck was turning, her face, and oh my God, I was cracking. That was the best scene of the freaking
it
season.
was. That was
And Bob
Bob,
is,
man.
and then Bob said, "Wait till you meet the twins." I said, "He ain't lying." I don't know why y'all laughing. He ain't lying.
So I have a
Mm-mm-mm.
question. Do you? I mean, I guess I guess Sheree didn't want to make this a She by Sheree event, but wouldn't the sip and see with some like everybody wearing She by Sheree? Like she doesn't market herself to me.
Because she
Like
knows
is
they're not
that?
going to pay for it.
Yeah, that's true.
She's going to take it back after the event. Let's,
You
That's
as
know
Drew
true.
what?
didn't
I
already
was
shared.
wrong. This is the production. It's two women. Shocked me
I thought
that
it
are
was Eric
production.
Fuller. No, Eric
Those are
Fuller is
the
the main
producers.
producer.
Yeah.
Eric Fuller is a guy.
Those are
He's the main.
current producers.
No, you know when
He's
Candy
the
I
said
never
Eric.
executive
hear about them.
producer.
No, that's
He's
not
the
the main.
executive producer.
Yeah,
Oh,
but he has
Eric
Eric. Yeah, I think, and they say he's Marlo's friend. I'm just telling you
and
what I heard.
oh,
senior story
shut
producer
up.
is
It's some
Michelle,
women.
and the story producer is named
Now,
Jackie.
what is this on,
Y'all
Joy?
slap
Let
bad.
me see
This
What
season
is
is
Jackie
this?
on.
here.
What is that on, Joy?
This was
What are you?
Not is no girl. Not is no inventory to market. You ain't right, Angela.
You want me to put this in the thing in the group?
Angela ain't
Yeah.
right. So we can't have a
But
She
it's
by Sheree party because ain't no inventory,
It
girl.
yes,
ain't.
you know it's the
You know
truth,
what? I'm gonna
Angela.
tell y'all what I think,
Angela
Angela.
speaking facts.
Oh, y'all ain't
I
right.
don't. If she was a smart girl, she would have lied She by Sheree while she wasn't on the show. I wonder if one of the reasons why she don't really give it like her best that has something to do with her percentage
That
with
she would get
Bravo.
Bravo. Yeah.
I am
Well,
wondering
I
about
don't
that.
know. I
I
don't know
don't
if the
think.
percentage would be big enough for her to be concerned with. You need to sell something. It's been almost 20 years. I don't know if it has much to do with that. She hasn't been on
Woo!
there enough. It's like she's not giving them percentages
Let me
every
get
season
that.
because she haven't been on there 16, 15 seasons. She's only been on there, what, 4 or 5, 6,
Yeah.
maybe half the time. So I don't think the percentage would have been anything. Something is better than nothing, and she's had mostly nothing.
This Portia thing they said is old, but I'll show it.
What Portia thing?
I'm gonna show it. George just sent it in our group. Okay, hold on,
Oh,
y'all.
okay, okay.
Okay, let me ask another question before and then while I'm doing this. Lord help us. Oh, we already talked about that with Sheree wrong for inviting the guy that threw a shoe at you. Do y'all believe that guy threw a shoe at Drew?
Yes, absolutely. Well,
Okay.
he said he did. He said he
Oh, he
threw the shoe because she threw the. Yeah,
Because
he
he
said I
asked
threw the
if he didn't
shoe
have a
because
heel
she
on
threw her
it.
purse.
did say that.
Yeah, he
Okay, I
threw it.
forgot. Child.
Yeah, he threw it. I'm glad she
Oh
left.
Lord.
I'm glad she didn't stay for that. Don't give him no extra camera time.
Y'all didn't watch the after show.
And I did. Candy called. Look, Candy's like he was trying to start some trouble. He was.
So
It
when
is what it
when
is.
when Drew and Ralph, I don't know if this was last week or when, but he was talking about the best friend of Drew's who don't sleep in the same bed with her husband. Now, is he wrong for telling the other people's
Yes,
business?
he is. He's wrong for that. The same way they were wrong for telling about the real estate guy on Love and Marriage Huntsville, telling his business. Remember that?
What real estate guy?
The one who also had a
Chris.
baby in his
Chris.
marriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris.
I mean, so
Yes.
it comes up in casual conversation. They don't realize they're spilling the beans. But
But
let's be
let's be
clear,
clear,
they
they
spilling
feel it.
the beans.
Hold on one second.
What had happened now?
Let me see.
Oh my God. I can't.
Okay.
Stop. Thank you. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Are you there? Okay. I don't know where Montique went.
Oh, I'm on
Anyway,
mute. Child, I'm on mute.
girl.
Lord, I was on mute talking my butt off. So here's stop it, dog. Here's the producers. So the story producers for Atlanta is Trash, while Eric Fuller is the executive producer of the show. The one I'm gonna hit my dog. I don't want to beat you on camera, okay? He don't get whippings as you can tell. Thus, ones who determine an outline of the story is women. No way.
And they
Are they
said
new?
both of them came from Potomac.
Are they new?
No,
They
they came
came
from
from
Potomac.
But
Potomac.
are they new to
They,
Atlanta?
yes.
Oh, so they don't know how
Oh,
Atlanta works. Because everything that works for Potomac won't work for Atlanta. Would y'all say
No.
that's true?
absolutely, that's true.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let's see. Let me
In
see.
this same Instagram post, somebody
I'm trying to
posted
take this
it.
down. So we were I
Oh
thought it was
shoot,
gay
Mimi
man too,
Frost
Joy.
started a live video. Maybe she's got something to say about
I
Ty.
thought it
And
was
speaking of
gay.
Ty,
Oh, let's talk
I'm
about that
telling you.
scene.
But what? Well, I thought the scene was with Ty, and no, that's not Ty. So is this? There's another scene that we're waiting to
Wait
see
a
or
minute.
something?
Was that not Ty?
No, that's not Ty. That's a whole different actress. That's the
I
actress that
will say
played.
this though, if this is
Well,
true
you
and
just like
those
cut
are
off what I was
producers,
Joy, she was
saying.
talking. Joy don't listen to us. Ghost Callie, go ahead.
Go, no. Honestly, without even joking, I adored and forgot everything I was about to come up out my mouth. Joy, so I really hope you remember what you
So
were about to say.
okay, go ahead. Who was the person if it wasn't Ty? Maybe I don't know who Ty is.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the movie with the dancing guy that was in the movie in the TV show with Olivia Pope, the black guy, and he was drinking or something. He got fired. The black guy, season 1 of Olivia Pope.
Oh,
You,
Brian
no.
no,
It's
I
not
know who you
Brian.
talking about, the black guy,
Columbus
Columbus.
Short. Columbus
Columbus
Short.
Short. Yeah.
Yes, honey.
Okay.
Columbus Short was in a movie with her, and that movie was so good.
Oh,
It was the
all
first.
three of them were good. It was
Oh well,
three
I
of
only
them.
saw the first one, and that first one was
Yeah,
so
they
good.
were about ballers.
I started to see the second one, and then I couldn't. I lost focus. I couldn't stay watching it. But the first one, that girl is a good actress. So when I saw her doing this with Drew, I thought that ain't Ty. When does Ty come in? Because next
What?
week is the season finale.
I
So
thought that was Ty.
No,
no,
that's
Yeah.
not Ty. That's True
that's
to
not
the
Ty at
Game.
all. Yeah,
True to
thank
the
you. That's the
Game
name of
was
the
the
movie.
set of. It's 1,
Yes,
2, and 3. I've actually they all free on Tubi. If y'all want to see
yes,
them,
they
they're
are.
actually really good.
They are
Um,
good.
it's a really
Number
good
one was good. I
movie.
didn't see the other one, but
Okay,
number
so now I'm confused
Columbus
because if
Short
that wasn't
Child.
Ty, then
That
what
was
is the
not
Ty
Ty.
situation?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know. And they even said that Marlo had it recorded. Well, that wasn't Ty
and
in no
Marlo
part of
wasn't
that.
there. She wasn't at
And
Candy's
then
house.
and next week is the season finale, and they didn't show any more Drew stuff
Oh,
coming
she
up. So
said.
They didn't even talk about the divorce.
I
So
don't
where
think
did the
Ty's
Ty
in the
stuff come
movie.
from?
I don't
Because
know.
initially they said everything that Marlo claimed to have had was what was from the movie,
Wait a minute. So Ty
and
stopped
Ty
by.
wasn't in
Hold
there.
on, Angela. Did Ty stop by? Who is she? I need to figure out who she is. She just stopped by. Was that Ty? Who is Ty? I'm gonna go look. Okay.
Ty is Mimi's
Yeah,
girlfriend. She
former
was on
fiance.
Love and Marriage Hip Hop. I think
Okay.
she
Hmm.
used to be a professional
Basketball
um
player.
So Ty
basketball
did
player.
stop by. Okay. So Ty stopped by. Maybe that's when Drew met her. And did they kid?
Well,
Okay.
it could be, but I don't see where
If that's true,
they
then
didn't do
Candy
anything.
really did orchestrate all of this to sell her to talk
So
about
Ty,
this
so
movie.
Aunt Candy made Ty come.
Candy
So
told
Drew
us
and
about Ty.
so Candy knew that Drew was gonna want Ty to lick her pum pum. Is that what you're trying to
But
say?
No,
Ty
no, no,
wasn't
no,
doing that
no,
though.
Oh,
No, no, no. So
no.
did wait a minute. So
Okay,
did Candy
no,
brought up Ty?
no. The Latoya and kissing. You have to remember that,
I do
right?
remember all that. But what does that have to do
Before
with
the
Ty?
season, we was hearing about Ty, but they're saying that all of this is supposed to tie into the movie. Whether or not it eventually makes sense to us, because they didn't show Ty coming by.
but Angela said she did. How do you know she came by? Oh, she thinks Drew already knew her. Okay.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
She came by on the show, so I need to watch it again because I didn't see
I
it. Is
didn't.
that what
I
she
don't
said?
know. I didn't see
I
Ty.
think Drew
I
already
thought I was
knew
watching
her.
Ty in the bed
So
with Drew.
so is it safe to say, Angela, because I don't know this part. So was
Come on.
Ty is not at all going to be
Yeah,
seen on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta? So all this
child.
was kind of a made up story somehow?
Them
What?
women done messed up Atlanta, child. So do
Oh
you think that
God.
they will get new producers, or what do you think they're gonna do?
Here is
Do you
Ty,
think?
by the way.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, she's cute. Okay. Yeah, that's not the same person.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well,
now see that's kind of irritating
I'm happy you
because
said
they
that, Kelly,
played that up. They
because I
played
thought
that
that was
up.
Ty.
This is the lady that
Mm-mm.
played.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's
her.
cuter.
She is
Okay.
cute. She's very
Yeah.
cute, and she's a good actress.
So now I
That
gotta
was
go back and
such a
watch
good
this
movie.
scene.
That was the only movie I've seen her in,
I didn't
though.
watch the scene because I didn't care about Drew being with a woman, but so I kind of stopped watching. Okay, I think that's
What was
all
the
I have.
name of it, Joy?
True to
True
the
In the
to the
game.
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 True to the Game.
True to
Okay. Oh,
the
that was a
game.
good
So
movie.
I do
Yeah.
have a comment. I said that Kenya, Sheree, and Martell's three-way hug was more intimate than Sheree and Martell's hug.
Was
They don't
it?
seem they don't
Listen,
seem like they together.
Martell
Uh-uh.
came to the sip and see because he knew the cameras was gonna be there.
And
Okay,
Sheree, and back on the dinner,
and People
Martell said
magazine.
that he didn't even come to the dinner with Sheree. So I'm thinking y'all ain't even
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
fake this as a
And
relationship.
let me tell you why I also think that it don't have nothing to do with why they got divorced. If watching how excited Ralph
Oh,
was
he was happy.
when
Oh,
Drew and all the questions, technical questions he was asking
Well, it was
about Drew and her scene,
yeah.
hmm,
like I don't think he would have cared.
No, he wouldn't have cared.
at
It was more
all.
of him going to Tampa while they divorced, not
Right.
the gay scene on the
They
movie.
need new
Yeah,
producers big time. Yeah,
they do.
something is off.
Did you see Dr. Heavenly respond to Martell not paying? Yes, I
No,
think so.
what did
Didn't
she
you show
say?
that? Didn't you show that to us, Joy?
Yeah,
That he should have paid?
I didn't see it, but I did notice in his text that he addressed her.
Dress
So I
heavenly,
said she
yeah.
must have said, and she was like heavenly, comma. So I knew that he was addressing her. I just wasn't sure what he was talking about.
So what did Heavenly say? She probably said he should have paid. But see, I'm gonna say this: these women are a different
She
caliber.
basically said her husband would have paid.
Well,
That's
yeah,
he says
Yeah,
that was in text.
he
Dr.
is
He
a
said,
Daddy would have
different
paid.
level of income.
and
Yeah,
he also said, if this was my girl, if I was married to her, of course I would. And I
You
invite, but
know,
that just wasn't the situation. He did
yeah,
say that in
I
his
he
think
just he just screwing Sheree. I'm
Martell
sorry.
I really think, honestly, I think Martell would have paid without question if he was balling like that. I really do. I don't
No,
think
I'm
it
gonna
would have been
say
a
this.
question.
I think he would have paid without question if he really was into her, and that's all I'm gonna say. If he
Yeah.
Okay,
was
all
really
right.
into
I can go
her,
with that too. I
I
can go
think
with
he
that
would have
too.
paid. But he
I
said
can
she
see it.
paying me. I ain't paying for her. No, I'm just playing. Sheree, don't sue me. I'm sorry. Um,
Okay.
did y'all think it was funny when Candy told Courtney, I thought something was wrong with your head? Every
I'm
time I
glad
see
she didn't. Yeah, I mean, because child, it's true. But then, what? Then Courtney said, "No, no, no. These are my edges. I got edges or whatever." And I thought, I'm so glad that they were able to laugh, even though it was sarcastic on both ends.
I thought that
Yeah, I
was
thought it was
funny.
funny.
So do
Yeah,
y'all
it
want to
was
talk
funny.
about who said that Candy was a, I'm gonna say the word. I don't know if it's I
Oh,
feel like
I
it's
don't know
derogatory.
if you can or not.
Was
So
a
no.
COON. I'm spelled it. Can we spell it?
Oh,
COON.
child. Yeah. Now let me see if I can pull up the comment. So the girl, there was a comment on Cheryl's World about Candy being a COON, and the girl went. She kind of went in on Cheryl's World for calling
Oh, you went out, Callie. Okay, so while Callie's gone, I think she's come back. Angela said that Dr. Heavenly said Dr. Damon would have paid, and they because it would have been a tax deduction. Okay, because if you talk about your business during the dinner, you can't make it a tax deduction. I know that because I do taxes. So for all those people who didn't know, Callie, you're gone. Like we can't hear you. So if you're talking, you're gone. What's that? Oh, that is a different girl.
That's her. That's the same girl.
Yeah, it's not
But,
Tides. What I'm saying. Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Okay.
is this
Okay. I
gonna
was.
be a Tubi movie?
That's what I asked y'all. I think or asked
Now
somebody.
ain't nothing wrong with Tubi movies because
I'm not watching.
a Saturday
I
night
will
if
not.
I'm at home,
I
I'm
will not.
watching one.
I'm not watching it. I'm not downloading Tubi. But because
You
Drew
don't have to
did
get.
say
I mean, it's an app on your TV. It's
so.
cool.
Drew did say next time I'm gonna do a movie. It's gonna
hello.
be a Lifetime movie. Was that a shade to Candy? Like she said, I ain't doing no more. Callie went away. I ain't doing no more. Was it weird to do this movie in her home
Wait a
in her
minute.
bed?
Did
There
I
you
lose
go.
y'all?
Yay.
I think it
She's
What
was
back.
a
She's
little
back.
strange
What
to
Yeah.
did
do it
y'all
in her
hear me
bed,
say?
but not
We
her
didn't hear you
home.
say nothing
Y'all didn't hear
at
me
all.
say anything. Oh my
No.
goodness. Okay.
You,
I don't know what happened. But I was kind of saying what you just said. I thought it was weird that they were having those scenes in Candy's bed. What was it?
You know, I
Don't
don't
you
know if
have a back house?
they have a separate house, right?
So
Or does
go
Mama
back
Joyce live in?
there. I just thought it was
y'all
weird.
know Tyler Perry's first movie.
Was in his house, yeah.
Um, what's the name of that movie? Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That was
Yeah.
his house.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
But
used
were
his
they
house.
having sex in his house, in his bed?
No.
They were fighting. They
Mm-hmm.
turned up furniture, and
Well,
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
that was funny.
all of
But
that's in the house.
But they
I
wasn't
mean,
pretending to have that kind of I just thought that was
they
weird.
were pretending. Y'all act like they was really having
so you
sex.
don't think no juice is
Well,
laying
they
out,
were
Joy?
pretending, but they were still doing all that pretending in a bed. So, in
I
other
think
words, she said it was choreographed. Basically, she said there was a lot of movement going on. Whatever, it is
Well,
what
I
it is.
heard,
But I
yeah,
don't
I heard
think that
sex
made
scenes
her a
are
coon.
really uncomfortable. I used to watch this one show, and I watched the lady do an interview. It's a lot of
oh.
sex on this show, and they were like, well, what is it like doing these scenes? She said it's the most uncomfortable thing ever because she like you try to get into it, and they be like, can you open your legs a little bit
Right.
wider?
Oh my god!
Like it's
Yes.
not sexy to them at all.
But to
Right?
us, it's like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's really the trick of the
Yeah.
camera and the music and
Because
Yeah.
the
Ralph wanted
sound.
more. Ralph wanted
Ralph
Yeah.
was
more. Let's just
into
put
it.
it out there. Ralph was like, "Look
Okay,
here,
so
this is the best."
Drew is probably she's a seasoned actress, so
yeah.
when you having these kind of scenes, and this was her first sex scene, she was just like, I want to hurry get this over with. So let me do this way. Come
She did it really
on,
well. Because they
where
was
I
like,
need
she's
to
really
be.
good at Todd was liking it, honey. He was like, yeah, this is good. We're gonna invite her to the dungeon. I was like, oh
Just
my
go to the
God.
back house. Just go to the back
But I
house.
don't
But
think she was having an affair with a woman. One of the things she said in her confessional was, I'm not attracted to women.
Yeah.
I'm not naturally attracted to women. So
because
it
Ralph
is.
asked her that, you're lesbian?
And then he said, "No,
I,
you're a thespian." I thought that was pretty funny.
Mm.
But okay. So are we gonna talk about this candy thing? And what else was I saying we want to talk about? That it?
Yeah, that's what I was saying when you were saying y'all couldn't hear
Yeah,
anything.
girl, you went away, and I was
I
like,
talked
Callie,
about
yeah,
the
look at
entire
somebody
thing.
did.
Hold on,
Look
no.
what
I talked
somebody
about the
did. See
entire
if y'all
what
can
thing.
guess.
is it?
What?
Is that Bob?
Yes.
He needs to be in the center, honey. He needs to be the host. Okay.
He really
No,
do. He
no,
was
he
the
needs to be in
show.
place of Sheree. Okay, take
I
Sheree.
mean, that's a whole storyline. I don't know what they talking about. The producer's looking in the wrong area sometimes. But
So
no,
I
no. The I
go
just
ahead.
don't think. I guess there was a lot of uproar about the lawsuit, the NBC law. That's what it was about. I think. Yeah. Because when I went to see that link, that's what. Okay, so the NBC lawsuit, you guys are familiar with that, right? Where
Yes.
all the Bethany is trying to lead the way to help these people with the lawsuit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Bravo has come out, or NBC has come out and said, remember, you guys signed the NDA. You can't talk about the fact that you can't talk about serving alcohol. You can't talk about, being forced to work, or, this broke down what they could not talk about.
So they
Okay.
signed the NBA.
Yeah, they're just a friendly reminder. I know you want to go out and tell the world, but hello. And so this blogger was talking about what she thought. She was upset about it. She says, "Well, what did she have in that comment?" She says, you she's you will watch Candy do this oral scene in her room, but you don't want people to go and talk about the liquor that you made them drink or something like that.
But we
And
see
Mhm.
that, right?
and you called her a coon. Yeah, we see that. Oh, and then she says you Candy doesn't want people to talk about her dungeon, but you don't want people to wait a minute. You let Candy talk about the dungeon on the show, but you don't want your employees to come out and talk about the alcohol or the overworked hours and all that. She blamed everything on Candy, and then she called her a coon.
I
And I
don't like
thought,
that word.
oh my God, it drove me crazy. But I was cracking up because I was trying to read the comments and then go and look at the video and reading them, and it came back and the comments were gone. So I don't know what happened to them. But I don't think I guess they're angry with Candy. They're calling her a sellout, and that's kind of what Joy and I were talking about. They're calling her a sellout. Do you guys agree with that? Do y'all think she's a sellout because she's not joining the lawsuit?
Well, not the lawsuit. I mean, she currently works for them, so
Yeah, but a lot of people
nobody's
that
gonna join a
well, no, no,
lawsuit
no. A lot of it's people that work with them have also joined the lawsuit. Yes.
that's currently working for Bravo.
Yes. Yes. Have also
Oh,
joined the
really?
lawsuit.
I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yes.
Well,
That's why the reminder, you're working for us. You're in the NDA. And for all of you that left us, you did sign one when you were here too. Apparently
let me
so.
say this: the lawsuit, if you didn't know, is actually to give them rights
Obviously they did
to
all the
the
fuel. Yes.
rerun and
Yes.
watching on
Residuals.
Peacock.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
residuals of
So
that.
I agree with
when
that.
they first started, Peacock didn't exist. It's certain
Mm-hmm.
things that just didn't exist. If you missed the episode, you had to wait for it to come on again unless you
Mm-hmm.
had a really good demand. I didn't have good demand. So if I missed the episode, I missed the episode. I had a DVR, but I had for years I used to have AT&T's Uverse, and
Reverse,
their
yeah.
demand wasn't as extensive as what you get on a lot of cable channels. And Housewives was almost never in its entirety there. It may have one or two episodes, but never in its entirety. But now we can go to Bravo like me during
Yeah.
the pandemic. When I was on house arrest, or actually when I had
Yes,
broke,
honey.
I
House
actually
arrest.
sat down and watched all of Beverly Hills. And
Yeah.
I had never watched the episode. They feel like they should get something because
I,
even Peacock admits, which is an NBC channel,
yeah.
um, that their highest downloads or views are from Bel Air and Housewives.
And
It has
housewives, they
been so
are.
successful.
Yeah,
That's
housewives.
why they end up starting the Peacock only shows and
Like
you
Ultimate
watch
Girls
it on
Trip.
Bravo
Yeah.
later. The
Yeah.
Ultimate Girls Trip, those African ones.
The
It's two
Miami people were
African.
there at first. Miami was there, and then they
Yeah,
came to Bravo.
Miami
Yeah.
started off first. So there are some people where it was just getting Miami was getting so much traction on Peacock, it came back on Bravo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true. I
that's
forgot
really
about that.
what the lawsuit is about. Now, maybe it's 7 or 8 girls at one time, even if
Mm-hmm.
it's just 5 cents, because believe it
Yeah.
or not, the way the songs are made today, where people don't buy albums anymore,
Mm-hmm.
people don't get money like they used to. You
Right.
Mm-mm.
remember back in the day when Toni Braxton sued, she
Yeah.
was only getting a quarter for every album that she
Yeah.
sold.
Taylor Swift
A
left
Mm-hmm.
quarter.
something because she wasn't getting paid, so she told them
So
she didn't
did
want. I think it was
TLC.
Spotify. She told them, "I don't want y'all to play my music
That's
because
because
Mm-hmm.
my cousin said they get about a nickel now.
you know the SAG. That's why they're doing that strike. Is it SAG because
Yep.
their checks could be $1.
Yeah.
They could get
Well,
$1.
they said the average writer gets about $70,000, which
Well, I
is
know the
surprising.
Wow. It
the
really
writer
When
is.
or the actor.
the writers,
Okay.
the actors can get they get residuals.
Yeah, they get residual.
So that's why a lot of TV shows are so happy when they get 100 episodes,
Oh
because
yeah,
100
that's when it
episodes
comes.
now means it's going to be on repeat
It's in
somewhere.
syndication,
Yeah,
basically.
it's
Yeah.
syndication. So that's where they get their money. But
So I think they should get their money, and I feel like if this doesn't work, they need to write it into their new contracts.
it's
That
like
if
royalties.
yeah,
It's like
if
royalties. Even
yeah,
if it's just pennies, that
mm-hmm.
wouldn't even be a bad idea, because it's not going to be a whole lot. Because I was shocked. My cousin told me that the average person get like a
Yeah, they
nickel
get no
every
money.
time you listen to a song on any of those stations now. Any of Spotify, Apple Music. I
Yeah, you
use
get
YouTube
nothing.
Music. They get like a nickel.
I know that one girl. I think she's from P Valley, which I don't know how you know how big she is, but she showed her SAG check, and I think it was like $1.08.
Yeah.
Like, and
What?
I was saying yes,
But okay,
like
so is SAG the union?
that's where they're
Yeah.
striking right now.
Yeah.
Right now, that's why they're
Yeah.
striking because they feel
Okay,
like they're not getting
so
paid what they're worth.
Yeah.
now I don't know. I'm trying to think back when we were in union. That's been so long ago. Never mind.
I've
So I
never
don't
been.
even remember getting a union check. I don't know. Okay,
But
so
that's
that's
why
just a union check. That's not supposed to be a big check, right?
Yeah, it's
That's to
nice
cover them
small.
during the
Yeah,
strike.
but
Yeah.
but
Okay.
but what Joy is saying is that even though it's small, they're making so much money off of them. Like Nene should
Yeah.
still be getting paid something. You know what I
yes.
mean?
I
Because
have
they're
to agree.
showing her. You know,
Yeah.
and
And
I
but
feel that.
I also
Hmm.
it kind of would possibly take away from like TikTok as well, because that would prevent people from using sounds, because
Yeah,
that's really a thing
it is.
where
Oh yeah.
you can't protect, because Nene kind of talked about, you can't protect your own self, things that
Because
you've actually
yes,
Yeah.
said.
because there's
Oh
people
yeah.
who actually do scenes from Housewives on TikTok. That's
Yes.
like what, and
Hmm.
they
Yeah.
make more money probably than the Housewives. They
Yeah.
make money off of this crap.
Yeah.
So
What?
Yes. If you go
yeah,
viral,
if you
yes.
go viral, they get
Your
money.
content, yes.
Yes,
So
Wait a
they
minute.
can
Off of
make
off of skits from these housewife
yes,
shows? Oh no.
yes.
yes.
Oh shoot. Let me go get me a skit going. Okay.
Yes. So once you get over 10,000 followers, I have like 24,000. Once you get over 10,000 followers, you can start getting paid
Ah.
for content.
How many followers do we have on Chatter Up, y'all? Let's look.
Oh,
We
I
about
think
to
it's
get
just
up.
like, and I think it's only like 6,000.
We getting there. We getting there.
I mean, we got hundreds of thousands of views. Let me
Yeah.
see.
Okay, people, y'all
But
follow Chatter Up. I hadn't put up our QR code in a while. Follow us on TikTok. We want to get a
see,
penny. We want to get our penny, okay?
we're not gonna get a penny because we post. We're not gonna get a penny because we post the videos of the shows that other people can't post and get paid for.
Oh.
So we'd have to stop all that. I'm just saying.
Oh, dang it. Well, I don't care then.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
5,800.
That's how. Yeah. So yeah, you. What was I was finna say something? I
I don't
forgot.
know. Did we talk about everything?
Yeah,
I feel like
I think we did.
I feel
Oh,
like we missed something.
did y'all check out the grandbaby's other grandmother?
No, where was
Mm.
she?
She was on the show too, honey. I'm like, okay, so if they ever have a little issue, I see that other grandmother going in. Now, y'all saw the comment I sent out about the mama, the baby mama. Something
Yes.
just looked like there might be an episode of Snapped one day with her as a
So
person.
did y'all see in that one picture the way it looked like? And I know Bob his eyes crooked, so I could be wrong.
Okay,
But
you
it
know,
looked
you
like
know what?
Bob was looking at her boobs, and
He
that
was staring. I know,
You
right?
didn't
really can't tell because he is truly cockeyed. You
I
can't
mean, Joy.
tell
I
where
mean,
he was looking
okay,
at.
So that's
okay.
why I put that disclaimer. I know his eyes are a little weird. Do you so Sheree? Do you think she loved Bob?
No. Well, initially, I mean, but Fallon also said that she loved Simon. She said she was madly in love with him. She also said that
What?
everybody thought she was the beauty and he was the beast. And she said, despite that, I was madly in love with him. That's what she said.
Let's
And
talk
then
about that interview now.
I didn't watch
it
it, so
was
tell
so
me, y'all.
good.
Tell me. I'm so
Oh my
Girl,
God,
intrigued.
that girl is
honey,
delusional.
What happened?
how
Tell
was it?
me.
How was the
She
baby?
basically she
Sorry,
said that every time that somebody says Portia name, she feels triggered.
she
What?
did. She said every time she sees her face, it's
Yeah,
triggering. She said,
it's
"Yeah, it
What?
makes
triggering.
my stomach sick." That's what she said. She said it
I'm
makes
like,
her tummy sick,
why?
honey.
Like
Because
it's
what?
the
What do you mean? Why though? Are you
Now
serious?
that lady went to her pool, Joy, and stole her
Thank you,
husband.
thank
Okay,
you. What do you mean?
that
Why?
lady went to her pool
Joy,
y'all
you
and
are
quit
still
playing.
going.
stole.
Y'all gonna make
Look, she
my
didn't say
mind blow.
she said
We
she's
giving you
simply
that.
not over it yet. That's all. That she said she wasn't over it. And my
Girl,
thing is,
you just admitted you fumbled the bag because
oh,
that
wait a
girl
minute.
had
Wait a minute. She ain't got to admit it. She did admit it. She said, they said, what do you miss about Simon? She said, the
his
money.
money. She
Hell.
said the
She said,
only
his
thing
She
he
did
missed
money.
was
not.
money.
Yes, she
No, she
did.
didn't.
The money. She said,
Yes,
No.
I'm sitting in the house. She said, I don't want to grind every day. I want to just sleep in the bed sometime. But now I have to get up and grind to make it. So I miss his money. She
So
got
wait a minute.
$10,000 a month allowance.
No. Where's this
Yeah,
interview?
honey, it's on iHeartMedia on the Baller Alert.
Shut up. This lady did not
Mhm.
say that she was a gold digger. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
She
But
didn't say
she
she was a
said,
gold digger. It was her husband. Hello.
she
And
got a new boyfriend, a new baller.
yes,
yes,
she
she
does.
Fallon
does.
said, listen, I said, Fallon said, look, I tried leading with my heart. That didn't
Yeah.
work.
Mm. Well, no,
Because
no, no.
Jalen had
Oh.
to be somebody
Mm.
that was in her heart
No,
for
here's
her
the
to
thing
leave
though.
her
I
rich
mean,
husband for a
here's the
22
thing.
year old.
Okay, here I can't. First of all, when I look at him, clearly he's younger. He's 10 years younger than her and all, but he abused her allegedly. I mean, that's what she
Really?
said.
Girl,
Let me
Yes,
see.
on multiple.
she looked like
Yes.
she abused him. Why did
No,
y'all
no, no.
watch them on the show?
I
Yeah, I
didn't.
did. It was
That
a little
girl got
gory.
issues. She ain't normal.
Well, she showed more. I mean, I saw more in her in this interview than I ever had and have ever even thought. I mean, there were definitely some things there. Like she said, when she dates somebody, she ain't got time to be waiting years to introduce them to her kid. They're with her kids right away. So yes, Jalen has met the guy that she's dating now, and
Shut up.
and so she's cool.
She's
They're
dating a
cool,
rapper. He's a
Yeah, she's
and
been.
an
rapper.
actor.
She's been
He's on
yeah.
loving. He's on loving hip hop.
So she's gonna be on there, y'all think?
Well, she said that she feels like reality TV has ruined her life. She said, "Now,
Pressure
if it,
P. That's his name.
yeah,
Shut
from
up,
Pretty
girl.
Ricky, because I didn't think they had no money. Pretty Ricky in
But
there,
maybe he's
ew.
making money from the show.
Doesn't he have a Jerry curl? I don't
Child, I
understand
need to
really.
watch this interview. So she said that. So what we got from this is Portia makes her want to throw up. Simon was the beast, and she only used him for his money.
And she said she didn't even know about Portia until everybody else did. She said when Dennis posted that picture of Portia and him and Simon all together, that was the first she even knew that Portia was a problem. Can you believe that?
And everybody
She
was
was
like, Portia.
already pregnant
No,
by
she
her
wasn't, Joy.
sister.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't. And we
Well,
went through those
Joy,
She
dates, child.
literally was.
No, she was not, Joy. We have already gone through the dates on one of the other shows, have we not? We was all looking at her outfit on the boat in the January, remember?
woo,
But she
child,
said she didn't cheat
We
on
can't
him.
even prove that that was
I
on
don't
his
know.
boat.
Well, but we can't. But you pointed it out, and I agreed with you.
Y'all
Mhm.
are a hot mess.
It
This
did kind of
lady.
look like it, but we
I
don't
know.
know.
That's what I'm
That
just
was
saying.
just
I'm just
me
saying.
looking at a picture and saying, that's that man boat. But we don't know
She.
that.
It
And
was
first
her,
of all,
but
they
his boat,
married
and that was
3
her
months.
swimsuit. That was her swimsuit, and that was his
That
boat.
was
But we,
definitely her
Thank you.
swimsuit.
Mhm.
yes, it
So
was.
this is what Fallon said. Fallon said she knew that he was going out of the country to see some girl, right? She didn't know it was Portia, but he had definitely
Shut
been going
up.
out the country to see some girl. Yes, and then check this out, right? The other night she was in the club. Guess who she ran into?
Who?
The girl in the red Ferrari that met Saul. You remember the blonde girl that
Yes.
she said the girl came up to her and said, "Hey." Wait a minute. And then Fallon mocked her. I was crying, laughing. Fallon said, the girl said, "Hey, yes, I slept with your husband, but it's water under the bridge. Can we be cool?" Girl, that's what she said. And Fallon
Shut
was like,
up.
"Girl, I don't even care." It was a hot mess. It was an interesting hot mess video. And Portia, wait a minute, not Portia, but Fallon says she bought Jalen every single thing he asked for. He never paid for anything that they did. She bought him 2 trucks. And then one of the interviewers said, "So what'd you do with the other truck?" She said, "I took it back."
She took the truck back.
She sure did.
That's why I said she led with her heart. Because there's no way you would leave a rich man for a man that can't even pay your rent.
She didn't.
Right.
Oh, but she didn't leave Simon for him. She didn't. That's not why they broke up. Simon
She
was
was
all.
pregnant.
But I think Simon was already in the
Simon
juices
was
with Portia.
already
He was
Simon was
already in peach
already
juice.
out
Okay.
cheating. He was cheating, but
He was in
they had
peach
even
juice.
had the conversation that no, we're not going to make this work out. So when they had the conversation that this marriage is not going to work out, then she knew Simon was out cheating, and so she said Simon pushed her onto Jalen. Jalen was her assistant. Simon would not let her go out and party like Portia. We'll see party out with the girls. Simon would never let her do that. Simon would only let her go out if Jalen took her out. So she said Simon really pushed her into Jalen. Mm, I don't know about
Well,
that part, but
I
that's what
think
she
Jalen's
said.
penis pushed itself into her. I'm just
Wow.
gonna say that. I don't
Wow.
know.
The reason I call bull crap on that is because Simon filed for divorce twice. We ain't forgot that.
Yeah, but
She
Yeah.
what does
filed
that
for
mean?
divorce in January. She
Mm-hmm.
must have convinced him that it wasn't true in January.
She
And
didn't
in
try to convince
February,
me. She said they never even had to have a conversation about what wasn't true. They knew when they were with other people.
What do you
That's
mean
what she said.
African men don't
They didn't.
cheat? That
She didn't
they
know
have that
who. She didn't know
African
it
men
was.
don't
She
cheat?
didn't know it was. Can y'all see my? Yeah. She didn't know who. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
in
Can y'all
January,
hear
he
me?
filed and he withdrew. And then in February, he filed again. And this time, because when he had filed the first time, I don't know if y'all remember, but the only reason why these dates stand out to me is because they had made a really big thing about people coming on housewives and losing their husbands.
Yeah.
Like there was like a huge amount of buzz around that. So because of that, I remember it was in January. Then in March, he filed again, except this time because people had been on him,
Yeah, they were doing what they want to do.
they were kind of on him. This time he released that video because I remember watching that video of Jalen walking into his house.
Yeah. And he was like, I'm a savior. I save
Oh yeah,
people.
we yeah. He said no. At that point, they had
Oh, they
already
just
had
do
the
what they want to do.
conversation. Yeah, I mean that's what he
I
said. He
agree.
said no. At that point, there was no cheating going on. When there was cheating, but when they realized that cheating wasn't going to stop on Simon's part because he was still going out the country doing his thing, they agreed that okay, we're not going to work this out. Let's do what we got to do our own thing until we go our
I
separate ways.
just don't know. Well, poor they. Well, hopefully she likes pleasure P, and he gives her pleasure.
I don't know how
And
that's going to happen. I don't
and
understand how
I
that would
just
happen,
don't
but
think
okay.
she needs to have any more babies. I mean, I'm not trying to say she shouldn't, but I don't think
And
so.
she accused him of beating her while she was pregnant.
No,
Yeah. Oh, and then as far as the
That little
grooming,
young
she
dude
said
ain't
she
did
had
nothing to her.
to.
She the one to be talking to him crazy. Did y'all
does
watch
she
that show?
really? What
Girl,
show?
Girl.
yeah, like it was bad.
What
She's
show?
toxic.
What
And you
show?
could tell
She's
she
talking.
relationship
Joy.
high.
She's letting
Now,
us know she
Portia
was abused,
relationship
but
hot
you think
too,
she's
though.
lying? I mean, Portia does, but don't nobody want to talk about that for some reason. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the same thing with that video earlier on the whole. Sure, they was going in on Candy like Candy was all the reason that this whole dungeon thing came up. Like, well, no, Portia brought that up. Remember, Candy was defending herself. So what am I missing? I know y'all don't want to hear this, but reminder: Portia
I
is not a
think what they're
nun.
talking about is, and this is just my opinion,
Oh
what they're
Lord,
talking about is Candy did, I mean, Portia definitely said that on television directly to Candy. But it was Candy that took it to the girls, each one of them, and
what
she
does that have
did
to
it
do with it?
repeatedly. Well, because
It was said on
had
TV, right?
I'm not arguing that, but here's the difference. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't think anybody would have thought twice that Kenya, I mean, Portia was talking out the side of her head, but she kept it going by telling the girls
Why
because
would she leave it alone when somebody's saying you have a dungeon and you were going to drug people?
Yeah, that's deep.
Why would you leave
I
that
mean, I
alone,
would have,
Joy?
I wouldn't have repeated that. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have repeated that to the girls only because I know they would have made it a story. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I've watched so much reality TV that I kind of feel like, in a sense, it's almost a game. I think at times these women inadvertently create stories that they really don't want a lot of attention to. It's kind of like your girl on Potomac, Robin.
Yeah.
Robin was prepared for this drama with her husband. But she decided she was going to let it come to her. And when she thought it almost came to her, she had a choice. She made a decision that she wasn't going to give it life. In my opinion, if you are on a reality show and there's something that you really don't want to deal with, you Wendy does it best. I mean, I don't like her for it, but she does it best. How she handled that situation with Giselle when Giselle brought about the rumor about her husband. You really think Wendy went to bed with a full face of
Hell
makeup on
no.
to her husband that night?
No. She waits till the cameras
Wendy
left
wasn't
and
gonna
then
give it a
yeah.
camera
Yeah.
that energy. You decide as a person what
What
energy
choice
you're
she
going to.
already gave it life by cussing Giselle talking about God don't love like Wendy already did.
But that's
I
what.
mean, Joy.
But she controlled my point is, Wendy was smart enough. I didn't like her for it, but Wendy is always throwing it in her face. But Wendy is smart enough to know that she can control her narrative. She
Well, that's
controlled.
just about a cheating husband, though. I mean, that's on every show. Somebody's husband is rumored to be cheating. What's not on every show is that somebody is drugging other people. And when that came out from Portia at the
It
same
ain't a
time,
person in the
all the
world that when
hello,
Portia
when it
said it
came
or
out from Portia,
believed
it
it.
was already in the news because of Bill Cosby. And people started calling Candy Peel Candy or whatever. They
That's
started
because she
calling
gave it
her
life.
Bill
In my
But
opinion,
no,
Cosby.
but you
she
know,
gave
but
it
Joy,
life.
that the
Joy.
viewers will give it life regardless if she make a big deal or not.
She didn't give that life. She didn't call herself Bill Cosby. They did.
Okay. I think
But
that
Portia brought it up though.
I'm
And
don't
it's not
argue
like she
that.
brought up your
Of
husband is
course,
cheating.
actually, she didn't bring it up on air.
She
Phaedra did.
okay. Well, it was brought
But
up on air, but it
I
wasn't
guess
by
here's
Candy.
the thing.
So it had
No,
been
Here's
brought up
Portia
twice
did. When they
then.
was at the thing, she said you was gonna drug. They was sitting down, and that's when she called Todd Marvin.
Well, that's
Portia,
true.
Portia did that.
Yes, she
I'm
did that.
not talking.
Are you saying Candy brought it up to Portia before? Not Candy, but Phaedra brought it up to Portia
We
before that.
didn't find out it was Phaedra until the reunion, and then she was
Girl,
like,
it was a
"Oh."
whole. Y'all need to go back and rewatch that season.
But it
There
doesn't
was
matter
a
if we go
whole
back and rewatch it or
two
not. But
episodes.
it was
Even
still Bill
Portia even
Cosby and a
came
drugging
back.
allegation.
Let me say this. It was literally 2 episodes. The episode that when Phaedra was talking and she said because she of Shamia, she told her then. And then some
What did
time
she
later,
say? She said that she drugged
she's
people.
no, that Candy was gay.
Oh, that's fine. We talking about the drugs. We're not talking about the
We're
gays.
not talking about
Wait
those
a minute.
common
Wait a minute.
stories.
She did mention it to her. And then some time later, before Portia talked to Candy, she went to Phaedra and said, "Are you sure you're saying so and so and so and so? You heard this?" And she said, "Yes, I heard this." Phaedra reiterated what she originally told her. That was the second time on camera.
Okay, so
So
then Candy had
Wait a
even more
minute.
reason to be concerned about it.
Wait a minute.
You said
What
nobody
was
would notice.
interesting?
Now
What
we
was
they said
second
it
time.
3 times.
I was heavy in the group. Nobody believed it. Like
It doesn't
was
matter.
all,
But they're
listen,
talking about it enough to say they don't believe it.
on mute. They didn't
It wasn't
start
almost
giving
on
that
mute.
life
Girl.
until Portia told Candy. And Candy was like, "Girl, that's the most ridiculous thing I heard." I think had it stayed there and left there, it would have been a conversation. But what happened was Candy I went back home and Kenya and I think Cynthia was there. And then Candy told was it what Nene? Because Nene wasn't on.
You tell all of them about the
She
conversation.
told
was
them
this
at
during
different
the TI thing or no? During the drug?
Huh?
Was this during the TI drug thing or no?
No, that actually was some time later.
Okay.
People was just associating with it because that had already happened.
Bill Cosby was what made it more of a conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, that could have been possible. But I'm just saying, nobody believed it. One, if you didn't watch this show more than 2 seasons, everybody knew that Candy didn't drink. Like it was almost ridiculous.
Well, you trying
right.
to say nobody believes Portia? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I don't know on
No.
that. No,
Okay.
or Phaedra.
Well, I know nobody believes Phaedra.
Phaedra was stumbling over her words, but I remember specifically that Portia went back to her because Phaedra had told her, and she went back to her like some time later to say, "Let me get this straight."
So she brought it up again.
Yeah, but you're saying that she told
Joy.
you this
That's
personally?
a lie. Yeah, I remember the conversation. You're saying it wasn't nobody would have remembered, yet they kept bringing it up. It would have been talked about.
It was. I'm not saying that it wouldn't have been talked about. I just don't think it would have. Okay, here. This is just my theory, which I could be 100% wrong. Portia wouldn't have never mentioned it again because I think Portia knew it was a lie when she said it. But I do think that it had if what's her name had decided to only deal with it with Portia and not take it to the girls, I just don't think it would have blown up as big as it was. That's just my opinion, which may not be true. I just believe that. I believe that you could try to contain some of these situations by not necessarily talking about it amongst the group. I definitely have seen people do that, like with Basketball Wives, where you've been in a conversation, be like, "I don't want to talk about this no more." Like flat out, they'll tell you flat, "I don't want to talk about this no more."
Yeah, I mean that you could say that all the time, but the things not to talk about have usually not been drugs. That's a conversation that just don't stop.
Very serious situations, though.
Yeah,
But I mean,
not cheating, but not drugs that I recall on any show.
I mean, we're talking about. I don't know. I just don't think that anybody believed that. I think that if people were
So it was
saying
okay for them to continue to talk
things
about it,
about
just
that,
enough
they
to say
just
they
didn't
don't
like
believe it.
Candy from the jump. It wasn't because they actually believed that Todd and Candy wanted to drug Portia. Now, do
But
I
you want
think
them to just keep talking about it?
Well,
I
I mean,
said I wouldn't
Todd
have
and
talked
Candy.
about it.
I
I
mean,
said
Todd
that's
and
the
Candy.
difference. I wouldn't have allowed
Well,
it
I'm thinking the
past that
reason that she got so
conversation. If
mad.
I was Candy, I wouldn't have allowed that a conversation
But I think
to
Portia tried to
lead.
act like she was innocent and wasn't trying to tongue kiss Candy and wasn't trying to give her the stuff. And she made it seem like Candy was a predator
Right.
trying to drug her. And I
I mean,
think
it was
that's
a
what made
serious conversation.
I
It
think
just
that's what made Candy mad because Portia was kissing all on her and stuff behind the scenes. But on camera she was making it seem like Candy was a predator. And I think that's what made her mad.
Well, that happened.
understandably.
Well,
I don't know.
I
You
think
know,
Candy is
Portia.
the one in the middle of that conversation when she said, um, you was trying to drug or whatever. Well, she was like, girl, you was trying to tongue kiss me in the club. She was like, I would never try to do that. They were going tit for tat at that point. It's
Tongue
not that
kissing and drugs is not tit for tat.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying they were going tit for tat.
That
I'm
was
not
not
arguing about the balance of it. I ain't arguing about the balance. I'm just saying sometimes tit and tat don't match. That we argue about that all the time, Candace
But
Dillard.
Portia, she gets away with murder for some people. They
She really
let Portia
does.
get away with murder.
Because
I ain't
Candy
mad
got
at
called
her.
a coon 15 million times, and I'm for
Because
what
if
Portia
Portia
did.
got
I'm
the
like,
people,
wow, okay.
I ain't mad. I wish honey.
I think people are calling her a coon because people knew about what what happened, um, whatever season it was during the pandemic 2020 that aired. I think people were talking about that. And because Candy is a company girl, it was on more than one occasion that they wanted to do something as a group, and Candy went behind her back and did something that a lot of times is self-serving. I mean, I hate to be the one to say this. I ain't calling her anything, but a coon is a caricature of Black people. So those are your Sambos, your so-called ain't your mamas, your so-called whatever. Although they have become symbols of what we would call cooning, the reality is, if the reality may be totally different, because even Uncle Tom, his real character wasn't a sellout, his real person, but a lot of times when you see him on TV, that's how he's portrayed. But I guess my
I
but I
don't
do
understand.
think that Candy is very selfish. I've been saying that. And I
Really? As
do
much
think
as she
she's
does to
very
people?
self-serving. And I am
As
so
much as she does
irritated.
for people, she's
I am
self-serving.
so irritated of
Wow.
how this is the cryingest woman on TV
Child.
outside of Candace. Both of them named Candace, by the way.
Mm.
Candace and Candace, the cryingest people. But how I don't like it when you dismiss other people's feelings. And I saw her do that with Drew this season, and it pissed me off.
Okay, she dismissed Drew's feelings about what was that about? Do you remember?
About the lawsuit.
About the
She said,
lawsuit. Okay. So it was
but I
without,
don't.
but she didn't do that alone though, Joy. Everybody dismissed her feelings. Everybody laughed at
No,
her
she
and tried to
actually
split.
said in scene. Imagine somebody saying that in the mid. Here's the problem that I have. When Candy cries, people come to comfort her. When people cry, you comfort her. You don't act like in scene. You don't say you're acting, even if she was. We know that they do it. We saw that. We saw it being done on Ultimate Girls Trip, which I thought was funny as hell. When they was doing that round table and they was talking about serious, and Giselle said, "Okay, it's Liz time now." Everybody stood at the so funny
So, but I
because
still
we
don't.
were watching. I like it when they show us the behind the scenes because we get to see them like they're acting. We know that a
Yeah, it's
great
not real.
element, a great part of it is acting. It is.
I don't
You
think so.
think I
I
can't
don't
stand
know.
Kenya, but I can't imagine she that dramatic.
Yeah, she ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Gone with the wind.
Now
I'm
Portia does
fabulous,
think it's
honey.
265 days in a year though. So we don't say Portia wouldn't
But we
act
just
on
gonna
that.
call out Candy.
But see, I think I'll do. I feel like Candy has done a lot for so many people, especially Black people, that I can't see her being seen as a coon. I just cannot.
Me either. Me either.
She's
Me either.
very self-serving.
But I mean, it's okay to please yourself while you pleasing others. Ain't nothing wrong
Very
with it, Joy.
self-serving. Isn't it
Ain't
interesting
nothing
though?
wrong with
Listen,
it, Joy.
Joy,
That's
isn't it interesting that you call her very self-serving, but you haven't called Portia very self-serving, who went over to Phelan's pool party as a guest and self-served herself to her husband and then announced she was going to marry him before he was even divorced?
I think I would have empathy for
We don't need to have
Phelan,
empathy.
Fallon, if she had to be sleeping with her 22-year-old assistant
Well,
and had
some-
a whole
What?
human being by him.
but
What does
some-
that have to do with it? They weren't together.
It's hard for me to
It's hard for
because-
you to agree with the female.
I just agree with Portia. I just said
unless
I agree
she
with
likes
Portia.
them, she gotta like
Unless she
people.
likes them. Thank you.
I don't have any reason to dislike Fallon. This show, she was really.
Well, you just
I mean,
said you just
you
ripped
don't
her
even
apart
have
and
to
said
say-
something was wrong with the girl. What?
I mean, she is. Y'all have to watch the show. This ain't just my opinion.
We do
She's
watch it.
weird. I ain't talking about that show. I'm talking, Fallon and Jalen were on couples retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like she was weird to him. Like it was. I mean,
You
the
mean when he
things
was
that
sitting up there
she said-
talking about all the stuff he paid for? Do you remember those
No.
conversations?
Yeah, like she
He didn't
expected
pay
him
for
to
a
take
thing,
care
though.
of not just her and her children, but her sisters. And he's like 22 years old. Like she was weird to him. She talked to him crazy. Like it
But he
wasn't a
was
person
talking
that watched
crazy
this
too,
show
Joy.
that didn't feel like they was gonna break up before
He
it
was
ended.
talking crazy too, Joy. Every time he said he made comments about what he was tired of paying for. And so she's sitting here thinking, and she said this on the interview, you ain't paying for nothing. What you talking about? So I can imagine she was talking crazy to him if he was sitting there lying in front of the camera, according to her. You
Y'all
you
hot
supposed to
mess.
just shut up?
I'm
Let
going
him
to
lie?
sleep on y'all. Are we done? Because it's been almost 2 hours.
It has.
Okay, we you know what? We love each other because we get on here.
Look, yeah, we don't talk a lot, but when because today
we get
those
together.
text messages was getting kind of long.
And Callie, you was
Right.
saying
I
words.
was like, can
And
we
I
just
didn't
go
know
on
nothing
live?
because Callie's words, her phone really don't know her. And when she
really
speaking
don't.
it says words. I'm
My
like,
auto text will change the
I
conversation.
was like, I
honey.
can't decipher this one, Callie. I don't know what you say. So Joy was just like, can we go live? Because this is
Yeah,
too
so we've
much.
been talking a lot tonight. I just don't think people should be called a coon
I
when they
either.
don't agree to do things your way. I mean, come on. I
I
don't
think
think
Well,
it's
people-
a sellout.
has it been hot where y'all are? Because it was 103 degrees today.
It was so
Yeah.
hot, y'all.
119 index heat. Yeah, it's been dangerously hot here and will be until Friday.
And they said we're getting even hotter. I'm like, how can it get hot? It's gonna be hell. We're gonna be in Hades if it gets hotter. We're supposed to be getting a heat wave.
Mhm.
It's already hot.
Yep.
But anyway, so let's talk about some dates. No, Huntsville will be back in 2 weeks, I think, right?
Oh, Lord.
yep.
It's going to
They
be
went to
nice.
court today. What are they back in court about?
Was that true? I thought that was
Yeah.
an old court.
No, it was true. They
Who in
posted it.
court?
They said
Melody
Mel
and
and
Martell. It was posted
Martell,
on
but I thought that was
Melody's on her Facebook page that she has where you can only say good things about her.
what?
Y'all ain't in that group? It's true. I mean, I like the group because we are able to post the facts.
Oh, so yeah, so Joy, that was the girl who don't like Nell. She's gonna do more of Arion's recordings, and remember she said she was gonna tell us Sheree's secrets.
Oh,
So it's not.
now
the
which
person
one
who
is it
likes
that's
Mel.
going against going?
Mel
Let me
is
see.
Nay, and Nay doesn't
Oh.
like Mel, so she's going to talk about Sheree in this. So when it come on, we're gonna come on live because I need to know what's being said. But
She's going to talk bad stuff about Sheree?
What Arion is, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because remember
Well,
she got
what
mad
is
at
yours?
Martell and she just went in. I hope you know.
Arion got mad at Martell?
Yes.
Okay,
Remember when
okay.
it says that in the background? You get them saying the name of the group.
So
All
did
them
you put
videos.
both of the names in the message so I can stay on track?
Yes, I did.
Cause child. So there's straight no chaser. One is
And then
Nay
there's
and one is
original.
the original. Okay. So
The
the
original
original is
is
Nay
Ariana
and
and Martell, and then the other one is Mel. And their
so
names are very similar. The two
so
girls.
the original is Nay. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, so Nay is the one that does not like Melody. She's the
Hmm.
one that's been putting out the recordings on Arion. And then Arion, you're saying, got mad at Mar. I remember that. And so she started telling what she knew about Sheree. Now, if
Yeah.
that, okay, yeah, keep
And
listening.
so that's supposed to be coming out here soon. So y'all, she wants people to subscribe to her YouTube. So y'all go to her, I think it's original straight no chaser, and then she'll put out the video.
Oh,
We
do we
promote
want to
other
hear
people.
it? Do you think?
Of course, I'm nosy.
I can't share the video. I like to share the videos. If I can't share them, I don't
I
like to
can't share
listen to them.
because she got her name in the
She
background.
does. She'll tell you right there. Don't be trying to share my stuff.
I can't. It's hard for me to even listen to it. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but I mean, I don't know. But we gonna find that out. And then Huntsville should be back in 2 weeks. And then Potomac and Married to Medicine is like in November. I think Beverly Hills should be coming out here soon.
Is
They're doing
Kyle
press.
with this woman or was this promotion for this video?
I think I don't know.
I don't know either, but that they say as soon as Mauricio saw that video, he took his ring off. We ain't seen it since.
And they don't really. They were not like posting together, but now they post a little bit together. Mauricio and Kat. I don't think
They post family stuff together.
Yeah, not like yeah.
Yeah, not like a couple's night. I mean, the husband and wife night out.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they don't. I mean, would you turn into a lesbian in your 60s? How old is Kyle? 50, 60?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna do it, there's nothing holding you back at that point. You've had your kids, you've had your career, even though you might still be in it. You're living your own life. You're not really listen. So this would be the time to do it, if you ask me. What do I know?
I'm not doing it.
Wait a minute. Are
Yeah.
you saying you would if you
No.
thought it would be okay?
I can't. No, I can't even see myself looking at another vagina. I don't want to see it. So no.
Yeah. Well, neither do I. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it for the anatomy class or whatever, just to kind of know what's going on. But no,
face close to it, no, ma'am. Hell no.
yeah, not all that. But Drew did say one thing that helped her with that scene was the sight, the smell, the scent, but.
I can't. I just cannot. I think the male's anatomy is so much for me that I couldn't do it. So
yeah, so I don't know. I think we covered probably everything, and then some.
we did. And we will be back next. The season finale is Sunday, and then the reunion will start right after that, right?
I'm just gonna get mad before the season finale because I don't think they're gonna bring in Ty. I missed the whole Ty part.
Me too. I thought that Marlo said she had a film and everything.
Yeah. With that old blue outfit she made people wear to her little event. I'm gonna shut up though. All right.
Yeah, and what did that? Oh, I'm done.
Those were blue outfits.
For foster care because it's a ribbon.
I was
I
bored.
thought that was like pancreatic cancer. I guess all the ribbons are different.
Oh, is that the color? Okay.
I
Yeah.
think it's some cancers blue.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Whatever works, I guess.
I don't know. I just
Well,
feel like, and I felt like that scene was forced too. Like they're really
But her
like,
boo thing showed up. That was cute.
at the reunion last year, how they tried to make her seem like she was a victim and they tried to rehabilitate her image.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're still trying to do that with Marlo because I really think they want her to be like Nene. I think she's cheaper than Nene.
When does the boyfriend show come on?
What is that? Scott Lee? He's going to be on Chopped. I think he's already been on there.
Oh, it's over with?
Yeah, he didn't make it.
Oh, so no wonder they're still dating. Okay.
Yeah. But this happened a while ago. Like they filmed this a long time ago.
Okay, so he can't really cook?
Well,
Not
no.
enough
He
to
didn't
win
win.
a
That
contest.
don't mean anything. Because Chopped, they'll give you a basket of oranges, apricots, and then some meatloaf. And then you got to make some out of it.
Oh.
You didn't watch Chopped? Like they'll give you like random stuff you got to make a dessert.
No, I am not ever in life that interested in cooking anything. Okay.
What? No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Anyway,
Jordan's the cook. Okay.
Oh,
Yes, she loves to cook.
so sweet. All
Yeah,
right,
he
peoples.
preaches to me.
I'm on. We gonna end this.
Yeah,
Oh,
we are. We're going to end the joy. Me and Joy haven't yelled at each other in so long.
I know. I
I feel
kind of scared.
loved.
I kind of soon.
I
Oops,
feel
that ain't what I
loved and
want to.
appreciated and stuff. Oh, wait a
Is this
minute. Y'all, did y'all see Apollo and his wife?
what happened? I think
They
this
were in
is
the
the
show.
right
They were
one.
on the show.
Oh,
You
they
didn't
were.
see them on the show?
They were on the
Oh,
same show
They,
with Jalen and Phelan.
yeah, well,
Filing.
I meant
no,
they were on Real Housewives of Atlanta at the Sip and See, as was Quad.
no.
Yeah.
Apollo was there?
Yes, him and his wife.
Well,
I
they say
didn't see
Deshaun
them.
Snow was there.
Yeah,
Um,
and
Lisa
Lisa
Wu.
Wu. So here's the clip. Okay, when I saw Lisa Wu, and then I saw that other girl with the real short hair, Sheree's
Deshaun
girlfriend.
Snow.
No,
Yeah,
not
that's
Deshaun. This was
who.
Sheree's best friend that used to, I believe, was Cordell's first wife.
Is that the one who
Oh
told Nene
yeah.
she could grow into her
Yes.
size one day?
Yes.
That's the one who
Yes.
told Nene about the weight. And she's the one that told Lisa Wu, you know, you need to cut your hair because you can't do nothing with that. As if you need to cut it short. Like, and Lisa Wu was like, girl, you know, don't nobody want no hair your length. Okay.
Right, no,
So I need to find
girl.
them clips. I'm going to shut up though.
No, what was funny was she had told Dee, well, one day I'm gonna grow up and be your size. Or
Girl,
Yes,
yeah,
something.
yes,
And
grow
yes.
up and be
Dee
your
said,
size.
wait a minute. Dee said, look, I could be a size 6 if I want to, but I'm hungry. But
Right.
she
And I
said,
And
felt
but
you,
I be,
Nene.
I be hungry. But
Nene put that
Dee,
look on her face,
But
yes,
child.
it
Nene
was
did talk about
so
her though. And that
funny.
girl came right back. Like,
Nene
don't
said,
be
I
talking about me.
know you ain't trying to call me out.
But she called Nene out. Nene
It
called
was
her out.
so funny. I
I
need to
love
find both those clips. That'll be good.
Actually, Nene did say something like, girl, you need to eat. And she was
it.
like, girl,
Yeah.
I don't need to eat. I'm going to grow up and be your
Real
size.
size.
So,
Loved it.
That girl's so
I
shady.
didn't know that was her till you said that. And I was like,
That
that
is
is
her,
her.
honey. Yes, they had Apollo and his wife. They
They
look like
said
a
that
cute
there was
couple.
like 500 people in Sheree's house. What the hell?
And let me just say this. I mean, I love People magazine, but those pictures are horrible. Who set up
half of them ain't even looking at the camera.
exactly? I
Well,
mean,
Bob had the
I
reason.
understand the cameraman
Bob,
might have been confused looking at Bob, but come on.
Wait a minute. When Kenya said, oh, Sheree spent some money, she spent thousands of dollars just on balloons.
I
This
right,
was
look at
out
that.
front.
can believe it maybe on the balloons.
Do you think she
Maybe
paid for it?
maybe 1,500. Don't tell Martell, but maybe at least 1,500. Okay.
Do you think she
And
paid
this
for
is
it or not?
inside.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think she had a very nice party, but that crowd looked
Okay,
really
one thing we didn't talk about, and I want to know what y'all think.
Hot. They was hot.
The landlord that's suing Nene for $22,000 worth of
Oh
back rent.
yes. Yeah, I
Do y'all
remember
think?
that.
And she said Greg signed the lease.
Oh,
What do y'all think
It
about that?
depends on what state you in. I don't know Georgia law. In Missouri, though, if he signed the lease, the only way he could get the landlord could get money back is if the building was damaged. Now, if it was damaged in Missouri, he could get it back. But Greg is deceased.
But it's called Swag Boutiques by Nene Leaks. Does that
It
matter?
don't matter.
so
It doesn't
But
so you
so
matter.
don't
she's
think
not.
she
So
should pay? I mean, knowing
I'm
she
not.
owes it, she shouldn't pay it anyway. You don't think?
That's what
I'm
I'm
not
asking.
saying that, but a judge in Missouri would throw that case out
Yeah.
But did
unless
she pay
it
the
was
people?
damaged. Like if it was holes in walls or I don't
Yeah.
know whatever damage you could do, then they could sue. But if it was just emptied out and it was in good condition,
Yeah.
you can't take from a deceased person. I
But
know that
that's
for a fact.
Women
but
must
that's
have
that
been
Can't
person's
my head.
livelihood. I mean,
Huh?
yeah.
that's that person's livelihood though that she
Yeah.
rented from. I mean, I don't know. If you rich,
But I also do need to
I'm
reiterate
with you though,
this
Monty.
happened during the pandemic that
yeah.
a lot of businesses were shut down. So a lot of
Yeah.
people closed.
But they got
There be
money, I thought.
I don't. I thought
Remember?
they did too.
that would come later though. Some businesses didn't even make it that long.
But she
Like
did.
who?
Yeah, Nene made it that long. So I don't know.
I
It's
don't
So they
know.
said that.
interesting.
Listen,
I
Joy.
think
Let me
I
read the
think
story. They said that was Greg alive in 2021 because she signed a
I
contract
believe
in
so.
2017, and they extended the agreement for another in 2021. So she
Oh.
extended the agreement, and then by the 2023, so this was after COVID, she did not pay,
Mhm.
and $22,900.
Okay, so he died September 1, 2021.
Yeah, and then Greg, that's what it says right here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't know. That's interesting.
I don't know. I know in Missouri, the landlord wouldn't be able to get a dime.
So they said that Swag Boutique did shut down in 2020 during the pandemic, but she reopened it.
Okay.
Mm,
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, I guess if you don't want
I
to pay
don't
it,
know
okay.
Georgia law. I don't
If she
know.
I mean,
doesn't have to pay it, do we think she would not pay it just because she knows it was in Greg's name and she can get away with not paying it? And when you are a public person like that, do you do that just because you know you can, or do you do that only if you really, were struggling financially with the business at that time? I ain't saying her personal stuff, but her business was struggling. So why pay it if she doesn't have to? I don't know. And I don't know, something I would think she would pay it
I'm
anyway, but
not saying whether or not she should or shouldn't. The right thing to do would be to pay it, especially if she has it. I don't know what her financial. I don't know. I would assume
yeah.
she's doing okay, but Nene has been moving differently because she
mhm.
Yeah.
sold her house.
Yeah.
She bought a condo. Like a couple of months later, sold it.
Right. And I haven't heard of what
So
she's done since
yeah,
then.
what she's doing, I can't really tell you or
Right.
why. um, mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
I
that's
don't know.
interesting. She's going
I
through
don't
some
know
things,
what to
and
say.
especially with her son now. So everything that was going on back then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh well.
Me.
I just hope that the people who work there got paid. So pay the people. All right. Anything
I
else?
don't know about that.
Mm.
Oh, I put up our thing. Follow us on everything. I think it's the right one. It might not be right, but we made so many, didn't we, Kelly? That I
Okay. Yes, yeah. Okay. Just follow us everywhere, okay?
follow us on
But
everything.
please don't call us a
Chatter up.
coon.
I guess we'll come back
Oh my
Monday.
God, that word just really irritating.
Ooh, it works. I opened it. I still on my phone. I won't be able to do next Monday. I'm going out, but I'll be able to do next Tuesday. We'll be back next Tuesday, people.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the 29th.
Allegedly. Okay.
We will, unless we win.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, we talked a whole lot tonight, and I was all loud. I apologize and
Oh, it was good. All
took
right,
my
people.
wig
It's
off.
been
That
two.
ain't the
Oh,
first
okay,
time.
we gotta go.
All right, I'll
Peace.
see y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace out,
I'm
homie.
up.